Welcome to Unrolled. This is episode number 68.
Drew, you gonna get matching haircuts with every guest from now on?
Yes.
My name is Mike. This is Chuck over here, the world famous Drew Carr here, and our guest who's going to introduce himself. Just start talking.
Steve. I'm owner of Captain Fudge and Ice Cream.
Right. Steve likes to pack fudge, and he's here to tell us all about it.
Is that the house?
Yep. Mm-hmm. The new one. Well, he's a new owner.
Oh, you're the new owner?
He was there last year, though, right?
Yep, we got it last April.
So you're the guy that gave me ice cream when we showed up on the one wheels?
Was that you?
And
yeah.
You were like, "Oh, dude, come in. Oh, come in, man."
It was probably him.
You felt bad for me because I'm sitting there going, "Oh, I can't walk."
Yeah. Dude, we rode from the downtown Alton cigar shop to Grafton just to see if the one wheels would do it. Of course they did. What didn't do it was our feet. It was the most painful, excruciating. I went straight to the pickup car. Chuck's like, "I'm getting ice cream." So he went down for ice cream. It was, never again will I do that. No, I don't see a way I can do it.
It's like 12 or 13 miles. That's
Yeah, it was just the last half after the golf course where you're literally on the shoulder of a road where everybody's doing 60 miles an hour. So at minimum 60.
Yeah.
And then so it was very nerve-wracking. You couldn't enjoy the board like you're supposed to. It was literally just mission riding. And it was terrible. It was literally what it was. Absolutely. Yeah, it was terrible. Like, so this idiot wants to do it, and even though I recommended not to, they still plan on doing some stupid long ride. And
stupid long ride. I mean, that'd be.
That's one thing. It's there.
That
yeah, it's past the golf course. Up until Piasaw Harbor, it was beautiful. It was fun. It was, you got a little terrain issues. It's a good time. After that, you're just on the shoulder. You want to experience it? Just ride down 255.
Right.
It's literally
on
the fucking
shoulder.
On the shoulder. It's literally the same fucking scary shit.
Take it to work one day.
Yeah. Holy fuck, man! It is terrible. Well, I've seen
quite a bit.
Yeah. You tried it, didn't you?
Yeah, I fell. I would never.
Everybody falls, dude. That's just what we do. Yeah, yeah, dude. It'll level your ego real quick because no matter what you used to do, it doesn't mean shit when you get on a one wheel, and then it doesn't mean even more shit whenever you start going 15, 18, or 30 miles an hour and you need a skin graft. So, it's definitely a, it kind of, I don't know, man. I wish I could ride it literally everywhere. I wish I didn't even have a car. I wish I lived in a city to where everything was one wheelable or bicyclable. So, which anything is bicyclable, but Jesus Christ, that's fucking far.
In South Florida.
And yeah, right. In Miami, I could fucking live on a one wheel. My uncle lived on rollerblades. Right. So, that's things that you can do there. But here, I can't carry,
Rick?
Rick lived in South Florida and was a rollerblader. But, dude, he was high all the time.
Did he wear short jean shorts?
I'm not sure.
He better have.
Yeah.
So
you can't be a fruit bidder and not wear fucking Daisy Dukes, bro.
and a tight-ass T-shirt.
A half one with AC/DC on it. I mean, you already know Rick's. It's got to have some hairband on it, right? So,
it's the best music. 70s, 80s, hairband.
Yeah, I'm not on that island, but it is what it is. Yeah, that's cool. So we had Emily's birthday. Drew, thanks for coming out for Emily's birthday. That was nice. We one bar opened up just so they could be her first legal drink. So they're not open on Mondays. So the owners came in just to open up and do some drinks and some shots and stuff like that. And then I thought we were bar crawling, but at 21, we did 4 shots. We did 4 shots at Morrison's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So then we get down to Fast Eddie's for the T-shirt, and then as soon as we walk in, there's a lawyer there that Emily knows, and So he was waiting for her just to buy her first drink at Fast Eddie's, and everybody was just super. She's the oldest in her friend group, so she's the first to turn 21. So it was literally the age demographic was like 62 and down. That was hanging out with her. So, but it was she felt good about it, and it was.
I wonder if she went home early.
Right. Well, dude, we were all like, people were like, well, I took off tomorrow. Let's get fucking trashed. And she's like, I am trashed. I would like to go home now. So, pretty responsible young lady for sure. Because I was like, we had more people waiting for us at the Wedge, which was across town. And she's like, if we're passing by the house, I do not want to pass the house. Just go to bed. Right. So I think it was 10:30. We were in bed 10:30.
Much more responsible than I was at 21.
That's what me and my buddies. So a few of my friends that were there for her first birthday were there for her 21st birthday, and we're like, Jesus, remember when we turned 21? I'm like, yeah, we just came here. We went to the casino, and then we went to the same hole in the walls that we've been going to for the last 4 years, So it's
That's
like.
what I was going to say. I didn't drink. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't even drink alcohol at all on my 21st birthday.
Right, because we had been drinking so
Already
much.
been.
Right,
I've been
and
thrown out of every bar in the area.
Right.
I want to go back.
yeah, so, it was nice. It was nice. I'm like, you got free reign. I'm driving. I'm paying. And she was just like, oh, I'm ready. And I'm like, you sure? You got another little group up here? And she goes, let's go. Let's go home. I said, okay. Yeah.
She didn't get sick or anything.
Not that I heard. I passed the fuck out. So that was my only rule. If you throw up, clean it up. I don't want to see it tomorrow morning. So.
That's the worst. Clean that up the next day.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it. I'll go downstairs and shower if I have to.
Yeah, I can't clean it up at all.
Oh, bro.
I can't clean it up the next day either, because then there's just going to be more.
Yeah, right. No, exactly. Exactly. So,
You
Jeff.
just hope I don't smell it. In fact.
So, Jeff, before you made the stupid decision to buy something, Steve, sorry, I don't know what Jeff. I'm still on coffee. Before you made the incredibly dumb decision to be a self-employed person, what did you do?
Well, I still am. I'm a captain on an engine over in St. Louis County on a fire truck.
Okay.
So, fireman.
All right. So you're used to dangerous things. So you're like, hey, let's pack fudge in everybody's and
Everybody loves it.
everybody's box.
Yeah.
Right.
Speaking of that, I'd like to start doing a series of warm-up questions for guests when we have them. Real quick, rapid fire.
Fucking
Get
spit it.
everything going.
No.
Pitter patter.
Now anybody can answer these.
Pitter patter.
As well. Okay.
Pitter patter.
Some coffee for this.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I can't say nothing. He got us 1,500 views in 2 days last week. Do whatever you want, Drew.
Hey, first question.
I'm just showing up here.
Do whatever you want.
You are in a
right.
fully engulfed structure fire.
Look, he brought notes.
Yeah.
In one room, there's the last copy on Earth of the Holy Bible. The other room, there's the only pressing of Pink Floyd's The Wall. Everybody's out of the building. Everybody's safe. What do you pull out of the building?
The first Bible, or the only
the only copy.
the only copy of the Bible, or
Or the only copy of the wall.
Yeah.
the only copy of Pink Floyd's The Wall. I can't hear him so well, but come on, rapid fire means quickly.
Yeah,
Because he's way, way back.
I know. Get in this shit.
I don't think that hard about it.
I'm gonna
yeah,
tell
I
you.
don't know. I love them
I
both
had,
because
I had it instantly.
so we have
I'm gonna save the wall. That's what I'm gonna save.
Well, you can't answer your own question.
I know.
Jesus fuck! Now you just ruined the whole bit.
No.
No, we're turning this over. You want to turn that mic
I like
up?
the wall, but and I'm not a truly religious guy, but I think the Bible.
Which one could you profit more from if you saved it?
The Bible.
No, then I would go for the Bible.
Yeah.
It's all about money for me.
And I already told you, like my love for the 70s and 80s music.
No, because if they quit printing it, then that means people have quit reading it, quit following it. So you're more.
Well, it's just
you're
the only
more
one
likely-
that-
You're more likely to get the art. The art's going to be worth more. Right now.
Ah.
Well, they quit printing the wall though too. Though.
Plus, I can tell you right now that old Bibles don't sell for jack because I buy them. So,
Okay.
they
But
don't
it's
sell for
the only one. Like you could be,
Is it-
you are the Messiah at this point because you're the only one with the Bible,
Yeah, it's like the Book of Eli. You know, you're just walking across the
Right,
with
right.
it in your brain.
and you don't even know you're blind for a long time. Or at least I didn't.
That blew my mind.
I didn't. At least I didn't know.
At the end of that, whatever, I was like,
Yeah.
you gotta be kidding me.
Fuck, man. I might be blind right now. I don't even know, bro. I got to wait till the end to figure it out.
All right, so that's the first one. Second question. Would you rather fight 10 chicken-sized grizzly bears or 1 grizzly bear-sized chicken?
1 grizzly bear-sized chicken.
That's a tough one.
10 chicken-sized grizzly bears.
Absolutely. That's my fucking
Chickens
vote.
are mean.
Yeah, bro. And then imagine I'm talking grizzly bear, bro. Like fucking 10. That motherfucker will peck you out like you never even fucking. Jesus Christ! I will never fuck with a. God, I don't like chickens their size now.
Chickens are, they're already mean. That's right. They are right now.
Imagine a fucking 1,000-pound chicken fucking overtowering you. Just fucking.
I went to go look at those bikes at his house, right? There's a dog. There's all kinds of dogs. He's like, we got to walk through here to through the dogs. And I was like, dude, they don't bite, do they? And he goes, no. And I go, because I will fight a dog.
Oh, yeah,
I
bro.
will straight up punch the dog in the head if it bites
Bro,
me.
go to the hood. Go to the hood to collect things, man. There's dogs coming out of underneath every car on blocks, man.
I worked there.
Oh yeah, right. So I was, I did too. So I was, depending on what side you're on, but I had to go to the Peabody's a lot. I was in Fallon Park a whole lot, and so I was always in, Cool Papa Bell was like my street, like I was there all the fucking time. I would take a crotch rocket so they wouldn't see me coming. And then it's not called a motorcycle in the hood; it's a motorcycle. Mister, can I sit on your motorcycles? And I was like, yeah, come on. I turn around, I put them down. There's like a line of kids trying to get on the motorcycle, and I was like, bro, I just came here for some money, man. I ain't trying to. This ain't a carnival ride, Right. So, yeah, no, it's I don't like the dogs chasing me because I will knock a fucking dog down, and they normally respect you after that and leave you alone. Yeah.
Growing up, my dad always said if I was getting attacked by a dog, to grab his jaws and pull him apart, kind of like an alligator. Doesn't work.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I punch them.
Yeah, if you hit them hard enough, they leave you the fuck alone, man.
I wouldn't stick my hand in their mouth. I've seen them take fingers.
Yeah.
I knocked a pit bull out one time. It was attacking my dog, and I just walked up behind it.
Yeah.
Right in the back of the head.
Yeah, normally
Down he went.
So I always carried a clipboard. So the clipboard was my defense, and then I could fucking, I can push that dog away, or but like, dude, I don't know how many times the fucking dogs come out from underneath the car, and it it startles you, so you're scared, but it's fight.
That's what they like.
It's fight or flight, and now this motherfucker's really going, and it's like you're doing some stupid fucking Sherlock Holmes math or something in your head to see if that chain's gonna stop before he gets to you. So then you square up, and as long as that chain grabs him, I'm fine. So,
speaking of dogs, I've asked 2 of the police officers that we know what's legal. Nobody's responding to me. Maybe they don't want to respond. We have coyotes in the neighborhood in Collinsville.
right.
What do you think I could legally do to dispatch those into a different universe?
Shoot him.
Bring your animals in the house and leave them alone. They're not going to attack you.
No, not what I mean, but they've already attacked two animals in the neighborhood.
Well, yeah, because they're hungry. But they're not going to attack the people. You just bring your animals inside because you're not going to... No. Okay. So coyotes look like sick dogs with mange, right? Mm-hmm. They're not sick in any way, shape, or form.
No, that's just how
they're not really that vicious. They're afraid of you.
They're hungry, bro.
Yeah,
they're just looking.
hungry.
They're just looking for food, man. There's some in Upper Alton, man. And it's like people are going crazy, And I'm like, dude, they're just looking for shit to eat. Leave them, let them be. I mean, if they're attacking your animals, that's one thing. Figure out something to do. But I mean, just
you're gonna ATF them and just
right.
When a couple of years ago. Well, when the cougar was back there, when I had found the prints, the proof that I didn't see the cat, but obviously a big cat did it. One of the neighbors, a couple months later, one of the neighbors was like, "Oh, there's coyotes coming up in the neighborhood." Like, yeah, wait till that cat comes up in this neighborhood. I don't think it ever did, but they shot it up in Fosterburg. So, but the guy that shot it, his backyard backs right into the creek, right into the woods where I seen it. Fosterburg's not that far from me. So
how fucking scary would that be? A mountain lion or a cougar?
That's why I've known that they're back there. I've known they're back there. You just don't see them.
Right.
They're better at that than you.
It's like we had
and they don't want you. They've got plenty of stuff to eat back there.
Right. But
when you're out mushroom hunting, you come across a deer that's dead for no reason.
Right.
Or deer bones that are out in the middle of nothing, and you're like, I don't think that you were hunted.
Right. Dude, they would, and when I lived in New Mexico, they would throw a cow on the side of the road that died. And then it would blow up, right? It would fill with gases. And then you would see the guts just eating out of it. Fucking the coyotes finally got to it because they could smell it and they fucking hunt it down. But down there, with so much cattle, you set it on the side of the road and somebody comes and picks it up. Like the street department, if you will, would come pick it. Yeah, there's a million head of cattle around my, like within 100 miles of where I lived. So cattle farming was definitely, Angus, beef farming was a big deal. And so they just let them sit there. So I would drive by every day and just watch this cow. I called my mom. She grew up on a farm. I said, the fuck is, she goes, don't go near it, it will fucking explode. It will. So then I called her with a follow-up. I go, the guts are all gone, like you could see all this shit out, and she's like, yeah, probably a coyote or something got to it. It's like, she goes, that's what would happen up here. The animal died and coyotes coming. That's circle of life. I watched I was deer hunting one day and I watched a deer come running down in pain, and this coyote was just straight chasing it, man. The deer got hit by a car because we heard it. And then it ran into where we were hunting at, probably illegally, but definitely in city limits. Not far from here either. Some of us have a chiropractic care office in the same city. So anyway, I'm down there, and this coyote, this deer sounded like a deer call. It sounded so fake. It was just, and it ran into the water, and the coyote was going out, and it was trying to grab it and pull it back in, and it had a mangled leg and shit, and this coyote, and so it was all the way across this lake, so I'm like, I can't hit it from here, So we walked all the way around, and it was missing a leg by the time we got there. That coyote fucking was so vicious, bro. Just ripped it off and took it to eat it. So we put the deer down. I just put a couple 9mm behind its head. But and you leave it there, that's circle of life, man. Coyote's gonna eat, deer's gonna run, shit's gonna happen, So, but yeah, no, it was always fun discharging my firearm because I was bow hunting, so nobody would hear me. Discharging my firearm inside city limits, close to a factory. So, good times.
Oh yeah.
It was more than 7 years ago, so I can't be charged.
Third question.
All right, I'll get this wrong. Well, I'll get this one wrong.
I want you to really think about it. It's a classic question. Fuck, marry, or kill. The Rock.
The Rock.
Nancy Pelosi. Or Casey Anthony.
I don't think Casey Anthony did it.
So what's your answer then?
So
Fuck, marry, kill.
So, well, Pelosi's got more money, so.
Her trading is on point.
She's got more money.
Then The Rock? That's a toss-up.
No.
That's a toss-up, bro. If you're going dollars, man, that'd be a...
I'll be gay for The Rock.
That's what
I don't think I could be a bottom.
Oh, you'd have to be a bottom with The Rock,
you'd
bro.
have to be a bottom. I don't think I could be a bottom.
There's no top with The Rock, bro.
You could be surprised.
Once you get married, you don't have to have sex anymore, right?
Oh, yeah, if you're married, you don't fuck.
Right.
Steve with the fucking good points there.
What you got?
Well, marry The Rock for that reason.
Okay.
All right. You gotta fuck for at least the first year, though.
I mean, you don't have to worry about Casey Anthony getting pregnant, so.
That's what
I said. I'm like, even if you know,
You gotta kill Pelosi.
Yes, that was.
She's got more money.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but look at the negative connotations that person just.
I mean,
you got to kill one of them. Casey Anthony's going to kill her own, so we don't have to.
I mean, just pick one.
No, I think that's you marry The Rock.
Yeah.
You take it for a couple years and then it's done.
why not?
Yeah.
And you got a fucking Lambo.
Yeah.
You know.
We got enough money to get everything repaired down there. So.
Right.
Rejuvenation.
Right. Yeah. Get in that
Maybe
cryo
some
chamber.
kind of numbing agent.
Yeah, get that cryo chamber to shrink it back down, bro.
That's
Right. So
It's great.
I could buy my own cryo chamber if I live. He probably has one at the house. I'm not even fucking mad about it. Just don't get me when I come out.
Everything's shrunken.
Right, everything's tight. Like
Shatters.
I've been waiting. Fuck, man. It's like grab the lube.
Last question. This is an easy one, but Mike's already talked about, how you're liking to pack the fudge now. So, what's the optimal temperature for packing fudge?
Room temperature.
Is it?
Is it room temperature?
I didn't know
Now-
if it had to be cooled down.
Well, yeah,
About
so
65, so you don't break a sweat. Air conditioner
I guess it depends on your room temperature. That's
Yeah.
my room
Air
temperature.
conditioner.
yeah,
62,
yeah.
65, anything warmer than that, I'm sweating.
Right,
I mean, it's got to start smelling bad after a second.
Right.
If it's that hot, shit.
right. Very nice. Very
Yeah,
nice.
so that drafting the
I like
weeds, those are the questions for that. So tell us a little bit.
Hey, Drew went and bought a book just so he could write.
Reading notes.
Yeah, he went and bought a book just so he could write stuff down.
It's making me very uncomfortable.
This is my notebook that I keep jot notes in my head down.
Making me uncomfortable.
Like my to-do lists, Jesus, that's not
Mine's in the truck, so.
This guy
Hey, you put stickers on it, makes it fun. You know, just
makes it fun.
Hey,
Yeah.
did you buy that one because Trapper Keepers aren't made anymore?
yes.
Okay. Because I would love to have a Trapper Keeper.
You can buy them on eBay.
Can you
They're
really?
still made.
I don't fucking use eBay anymore. I fucking hate eBay.
The fees and all that shit is so ridiculous.
Well, I've been banned 7 times.
I accidentally won something on eBay. It'll be here tomorrow.
You accidentally ordered something on eBay? You don't
One.
drink.
One.
Oh, one. Like, I
was like-
accidentally buy shit when I'm drunk. You
Well,
know, it's not really an accident.
I seen it going and nobody was bidding on it. It was a bid thing, and I was like, I can't get this for $50. No way. So I clicked it, and then I got it for $50.
Man, remember that was the fun part of eBay, was when you felt like you got a goddamn deal. You know? Steve, what do you think of the coffee?
Oh, it's great, man.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I do.
We don't sell that version, so glad you like
Okay.
it. I'm just kind of trying to get rid of it so I can get mine back out. I don't like throwing shit away. That's
You buy
good.
Trapper Keepers?
I'm not buying a Trapper Keeper on eBay.
It's not on eBay. It's on Office Depot.
I think you can get them at like Walmart now.
I don't go to Walmart either.
Okay.
I'm
Sam Walton, that's
no, Sam Walton was fantastic. It's the fucking kids that fucking ruined it.
It's even the retro stuff. You can even buy the retro ones with the.
Like the fucking
Yeah,
polar
man.
cup,
Man.
polar
You're-
cup fucking.
You're going to Walmart now.
I'm not
I
going
can
to-
hear- Yeah,
So-
you are.
Yeah.
I'm not
I'm
going
going
to
to
Walmart.
Walmart now.
Would you be
I bet Drew buys this tonight.
the unicorn one.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I will. It's perfect. Break up my mushrooms on it and everything.
Right.
Different universe. Hey, so, what coffee do you have that you? Because before I remember you had the Starbucks stuff that you kind of threw at us. What do you have in there now?
Renoco, St. Louis based. Great coffee bean.
Oh, do you
So-
serve coffee at
Yeah,
the
we do.
at the
We
Fudge
have a
packing?
whole manual espresso machine, and
Do you know?
So
Yeah.
would you be opposed to having a local?
More
No,
local,
absolutely not.
more local bean guy.
I would love to have a more local bean guy.
Because we work direct with the farm
Now
in
we're
Brazil.
making sales.
Okay.
So
No,
no,
it's-
we're
I
connecting.
like
It's
this.
called
No.
connections.
Yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
shit.
Networking.
It's gone downhill.
What do you?
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I thought that when it was just for the last 65 episodes. So now I'm actually having a little more fun. So
Just gone straight downhill.
Chuck has nothing to talk about. I'm going to buy this Trapper Keeper. F you guys. No, I use Minas Espresso for mine, and we've got Jonas, who's opening up Rachel and Company down
Yeah.
there in Wood River. He's using them too. I had a really good long conversation with Jonas about a lot of things. Man, it was like an hour and a half went by. You know, like just a good dude. You know, similar past, similar connections. You know, doing similar things now. So. But we had a good conversation, ironed out some business. Going to do maybe some cigar smokers, smoking events down there, out on the patio. So I call it a patio. What is that? The drive-through of the? It's not really a drive-through.
It used to be an old gas station.
Yeah, it's on
like,
gas.
what,
The
50 or
on
something?
the overhang, the
Yeah.
awning. But when it gets nicer, we're gonna just do some networking stuff down there. Smoke cigars, drink coffee. The guy does a little bit of spirit making himself. So and he's pretty fucking nerdy about it. Like I'm really looking forward to trying his bourbons and stuff like that because he that's what he does. He fixes and programs distillers shit. I don't know. It's smarter than I am, but all over the country. So and then so he's got his own little stuff that he does himself, and he likes different things. And he was giving me pointers on my own coffee because my beans go into a bourbon barrel, and then they rotate. And he goes, "Man, I probably got this machine that'll put it on a constant slow
Like a
road.
watch rotation?
Yeah, like it'll just spin it. He goes, let me dig it out, and I'll just give it to you, man. So that way we can put out the best product we possibly can. But we're all using Minas, and they're in Edwardsville. They're not as expensive as like your Caldi or whatever, and then you can go down and try 9 different ones, 9 different beans from different areas and regions, not just what they grow on their own small farm. And then you can create your own craft coffee, put your name on it, and sell it. A welcome to Grafton blend, or the river blend, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Packing your fudge blend or something. I mean, there's all kinds of good
Deep
marketing.
fudge packing. Blend.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't be that deep.
Chuck, do you? I wouldn't go that deep. I caught
I wouldn't
that.
be that deep.
Do you eat fudge, Chuck?
Oh,
Depends on what it is.
hey, so
I like peanut butter fudge, but it
dude.
burns your throat.
here, show us what's
It burns your throat.
Yeah, it burns your throat.
How does peanut butter fudge burn your throat?
Well, when you eat a bunch of it, it burns your throat.
Well, I'm sure if you eat a bunch of anything, it burns fucking something.
I mean, we have 6-pound trays. If you eat the whole thing, yeah, you're probably going to be messed up.
A
but-
6-pound tray?
That's
Well,
what we
no,
usually
if
do.
I, if I eat a decent enough sized square, it just burns my throat. a little
Probably
bit.
do. I watch it'll burn
Have you
my
ever
throat
had
next
our
time.
Peanut butter fudge.
Huh?
Do you
Have you
have
ever had our peanut butter fudge?
Hard?
hour?
Oh, no.
So did you buy all recipes and everything too? Did you buy all that when you bought the business, or did you bring
Yeah,
did you bring some change to it?
No. So
No Obama, no Obama in this thing.
No.
No change at all. Just
they.
The only thing I had from up there is a strawberry ice cream on a cone.
Yeah. Well, that was the one
Yeah,
day, right?
yeah.
So
I don't
Kim,
go
the
to
person that
Fuck.
or Bob and Judy,
see.
who we bought it from, their daughter Kim has been making the fudge since they opened, and she's still there. She's still making the fudge.
Oh,
so
nice.
It's not changed at all. So everything's
Same.
still original. Yeah.
this shit's got my name on it, so I wanted to drink it.
I never had it before. I thought it was pretty good.
It just says Weller on it,
Yeah,
so
it's
Yeah.
aged and charred American white oak barrels.
American white oak barrels.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, so I brought just the plain chocolate. That usually goes the quickest, so I brought a little bit more of that. But then in here we have our cheesecake, and then Rocky Road.
Rocky Road fudge?
Yep.
Ah, give it a shot.
Peanut butter.
Oh,
vanilla
shit.
praline, which is awesome. And then
That's good.
I'm not sure.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
this is the amaretto.
Can you make more noise than the fucking
Sorry, bro.
Jesus?
Amaretto, which is like a chocolate covered cherry.
Hey, that's really good.
Thanks. He said I never tried it before, and I saw the.
Where'd
bow and
you
blade.
find that? Dude, I got too many things on my palate right now.
Schnooks?
Schnooks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Did you try fudge? You're not gonna eat
I
fudge?
got the cigar in my head.
It should help the flavor profile of it.
Probably not. This thing tastes like crap.
Well, then eat the fudge and
Oh,
make
yeah,
it.
try some fudge.
Yeah, there's
It'll
some
fix it.
straight chocolate fudge to go with.
What are you smoking, Chuck?
A punch that is coming apart, and I don't know why, because these literally never come apart. I've never had this problem with one before.
So you've been open. You've had ownership how long?
Since April last year.
April last year. So it was definitely then when we went through in agony, or when you went through in agony. I couldn't even make it that far. I turned before. I turned into the parking lot because I was yeah. It's the first building in Grafton, and I couldn't make it that far. I was like, fuck this, I'm out. So that was miserable. And then so what changes have you done, if any? Is it just kind of status quo? You still selling moccasins and?
Status quo. They got rid of the moccasins.
Oh, did they?
before, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So upstairs there used to be all the antiques and everything. He
Right.
got rid of those
I
whenever.
didn't know there was an upstairs.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's
There was
definitely.
all kinds of great stuff
Yeah.
up there, but he got rid of all that whenever COVID hit, and they had to downsize everything. So
I don't graft in a whole lot because it's too peoply.
There's a lot.
But I'm going to tell you something right now, though. Years and years and years and years and years ago, I thought about going up to Grafton and finding a building for rent, which I couldn't afford it anyway, and selling driftwood. I thought about doing it, and I thought, man, I just don't know. and now somebody is selling driftwood.
Right? The whole
the whole wood place down there.
Yeah.
That's Uncle Andy, I think, or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But
Literally, he's walking out the and because that was my thought. I was like, I could just walk right out the back door and pick up more.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
well, if it's a low river year, you'll have to walk a little further.
So how does that work with the flooding there? As far as
Insurance I say she. Sorry, you guys are good there, right?
Yeah.
Do you have to pay FEMA?
No.
Oh
So we
fuck,
don't-
you're so lucky.
You have
So
to pick
that
them up.
that building there, even in '93, didn't flood.
Oh,
So
God
there was a
bless
house
you.
behind it, and we have the lot behind it too that
Right.
flooded. But it got up to like where our driveway is now,
Right.
but it never came in the building.
Really?
So yeah.
Yeah. No, it's you're very fortunate not to have to pay the gangsters at FEMA because them fucking pricks, bro. Jesus Christ. Oh, they help people. Yeah, they help people go broke. Sorry, I'll get off my
you're
fucking
good.
soapbox.
So what's the goal? Is the goal to have that be the primary breadwinning establishment for the family and retire from firefighting?
Yeah. So my wife is a paramedic. She kind of runs the day-to-day stuff. I just handle more of the financial side, pay the bills and everything. So she's going to do that full time coming up, and I'm going to still work just so I get my pension and everything.
Right.
And then once I can retire, I'm going to retire. We're going to do that until we decide we don't want to do it anymore.
You got kids interested in the business or anything?
We have
Or is
two
it-
daughters, one's 16 and 11, so
So-
they're kind of
They'll just do what you tell them right now.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
You're not
I
at the
try to.
Right.
11-year-old
I have-
will.
right. The 11-year-old. Well,
Oh, she's-
16 starting to fucking rebel already.
She's stronger willed than the 16-year-old.
Is that right?
Charlie.
Yeah. So I live with 3 women, so I really don't have a whole lot to say so.
Right.
So
Right.
it's kinda-
So that's why you opened an ice cream shop.
Yeah.
It's so manly.
That's why I have to keep the firefighting job.
Yeah. So you keep your
I
man
have
card.
some kind of testosterone and then, the jujitsu.
Right. Right on. Right on.
I feel great.
I'm gonna have to get into that. I'm gonna have to do something, man. I need.
7 o'clock tonight. Come on down.
Yeah. I'm still kind of lazy, bro. I like to bicycle ride. It's just not been cycling season, so because I'm not a real bicyclist, I guess. Because I guess every season is bicycle season if you're really dedicated, but I'm not.
Brave enough,
Yeah. So last year I got up to 100 miles a week average, so I'd like to get back to that as soon as possible. So, but yeah, no, I think I seen you one morning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Saw you one morning. Because I went a different route that time. I do like 40-mile rides before work, so I was going a different route. And then he was texting me about some homeless lady that was walking down the way, and I was like, "Dude, she's on my handlebars right now, taking her around town right now." So
Hey, she needed a ride.
I don't even know if she was a
Imagine
wo-
you that $5.
right. So I don't know. I don't remember if it was a female or male. I just remember I was like, "That's a weird." You don't see that on that road. It was.
Yeah, it was like that my new pub was.
Yeah, it was on Wanda or Sand or one of the two. I forgot which one, but yeah.
So what if they offered you like a captain position? Would you say?
Oh, I am a captain now.
Oh, dang. I mean chief.
Yeah, I was like, there's
wanna be
what
chief.
there's what nine captains, right? There's
We're a small department. We only
Oh, okay.
have like 25 guys.
Oh, okay.
We're one house in
Okay.
St. Louis County, and there's 46 departments and 150 engine houses or something. So I just got my one little house, 3 shifts. So there's 2 other captains, and then the next step up for me would be battalion chief.
Right
I'd
on.
probably take that, but actually like chief of the department, I got no interest.
no, that's like being mayor of a town.
Exactly.
Dude,
It's
you're
all
just the
administrative
you're
work.
just the fall guy is what you are at that
Pretty
point.
much,
Yeah.
I mean, they do a lot of work, a lot of meetings and stuff like that. A lot of
PR shit.
paperwork.
Yeah, it's PR
I
shit.
just-
So you're
Like-
so if that was the case, like you're no longer in the field, if you will, like firefighting.
If you're the chief, you still gotta
If
show
you're
the
the
fuck
chief,
up.
yeah. I mean, you don't get to. I mean, you can go on scenes and you can do stuff, but battalion chief goes in. He's like command of the scene, and he doesn't go in the buildings anymore. Where now I still pack up and I'm first one through the door.
Right. Is that like so? So you got a jiu-jitsu match, and something that you've been working up to, you've been training for and everything else. Is the endorphin high the same after that match as it is going into an actual structure fire? Because I know a lot of calls are medic calls. There's not as many fires as people think there is. But
Not anymore, right?
Right. So trust me, I can't get a house to burn down. So anyway,
Fire's very scientific, so I know a guy.
Oh, okay. We'll edit this out.
Yeah, right.
And then, can we edit all of this?
We need
But
to know the guy that investigates, not the guy that sets it.
yeah. So,
Plenty of ways to set it.
right. Sort of.
Just
I don't
none
know.
to get rid of it.
Right. Sort of.
Get away with it.
So, but is it the same endorphin high? Do you get that same endorphin? Because I like adrenaline. Like, that's where one wheeling comes in. Like, when you almost wreck, it's that adrenaline. Chuck and I would build vehicles and scale walls with them. Like, there's an endorphin. It's like, your asshole's super tight. Like, I like that rush of all those dopamines. And so, is it... And I'm fascinated with fire. Chuck's probably more fascinated. I could watch shit burn forever. I think it's beautiful. Like, there's just something super romantic about a fire.
I'm a repressed arsonist.
Yeah. He's, not even a recovering he's an aspiring arsonist.
I just kind of keep it down.
Right.
No, it keeps me employed. So.
Yeah, so, like, is it the same endorphins, like, battling a real fire, and I'm not trying to downplay any fire or anything, but battling something like that and like, a match that you've been, not like your sparring partner, but, like, a match that you're actually trying to win. Is it similar? Is it different?
I don't think so, because I think, once you cross that threshold into a burning building, like, there's a real fear of death there.
Right.
If I go to a jiu-jitsu tournament and I'm in a match, like, at any point in time, I can tap and walk away.
Sure.
So there's no, even if I get in a bad position, like, there's always that safety out.
Right.
In a fire, like, I have to do my job.
Sure.
And make it out, or I don't.
Interesting.
Does that make sense?
I couldn't be a firefighter because
Chuck would tap anyway. He's like, you know what, man? Let this bitch burn.
Like, I walk up to the front door, like, tap on it, and be like,
yeah, that's good.
I find it it's beautiful. Fire's beautiful, and I would. You'd have to come up behind me and go, hey, put it out. But and B, I respect it, but I'm not afraid of fire at all whatsoever. I'll walk in a burning building. As long as I can see that, all right, it's burning on this half, I can go in this half. You know what I mean?
Right,
I'll
right.
go right in. So
that would be a dangerous place to be not afraid of fire and be a fireman, I think.
Right.
Because I think you have to have a respect for it.
Sure,
And
sure.
maybe
a little fear, a little fear of it.
Yeah.
Right. An understanding of it.
Yeah.
Maybe
like,
not a fear, but an understanding.
Understanding what it can actually do
Right.
to you, as opposed to like having no fear where you just want to walk up. And,
Right.
I mean, I respect it. I mean, but you put me in a suit and with breathing oxygen, I'm not going to be afraid to go in it at all.
So my mom had a house.
It's the smoke that normally gets you anyway.
It is.
Yeah.
Usually you run out of air and then you suffocate. So, I mean, you have to have, like, I don't want to say no fear to, like, put the gear on and go into a burning building.
Right.
You just have to
Understand what the consequences are.
understand what you're doing in there
Sure.
to make it back out.
Right. Yeah, my parents had a house fire, and thanks, Nick. And my parents had a house fire, and so we showed up. Fire department was there. They're putting it. It was 80% loss when it was all said and done, right?
Yeah.
So my mom, who is probably just as much of a street person as I am, had cash in the basement in a shoebox. And then my grandma's ashes were down there, which is funny because it's a house, so everything's going to be ashes here eventually. And so she really wanted my grandma's ashes and, her money. So, and I'm like, so I showed up, I brought some clothes, because they just ran out the house late at night. So they're literally extinguishing the fire here. I go a few houses down, jump a couple fences, go in the back door, and go down in the basement while they're hosing here, putting the roof out. I'm in the basement of this thing, grabbing stuff for her that meant more than anything else in the house. Not the money so much, but grandma and this.
The things that survive a fire, though, you'd be amazed at what survives a fire. Like in the room that's on fire.
No,
it's
much like a tornado. Like it's magical what gets destroyed and what's still available. So like my mom kept all Christmas in the attic, ranch style house, right? Every ornament that was ever made as us kids, it was all gone. It was completely gone. My dad had magnesium wheels in the attic, race wheels.
Yeah.
So that was cool. Those are really hard to put out.
Yeah.
Like
that
they
makes a
can't.
beautiful fire.
It was
especially
really bright.
with water.
Super bright fire.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, what the hell's up there? Along with all his reloading stuff was up in the attic. So you're talking just the perfect storm to just burn this fucking house down, And they ended up rebuilding, and they're still there now. But yeah, it was one of those things where it's like I'm so dumb that I'm like, I'm not scared. I'm like, that section's not on fire. Mm-hmm. So I can still smell, and I know you can. You smell a house fire from miles away. Yeah. You get a hint of it, and it triggers all of what's burning right then and there. So, but what was crazy was, like, the dog had issues breathing. My mom, all of them had issues breathing. And they were in the house a short time during the fire. It's not like they were in there for a long time. And then that trigger, that PTSD somebody experiences, in an accidental house fire. Yeah. You smell something burning and it triggers all this shit, like you just lost everything again. So, there's a lot of psychology that they don't talk about with a house fire, like when you experience that. Mm-hmm. To where then on the other side of the thing is I'm like trying to praying that a building would burn down for me.
Any of them.
Any of them, man. Just throw a dart at, like, the city, man, and it's probably one of my buildings, and I just need it to burn so I can just get out of debt for a little while. Like, fuck. Tree fell down. I was so excited. I gave up all my appointments. The neighbor texted me a picture of the tree down. I'm like, fuck yes, man. I'm fucking paid. Go there. It misses the house. How the fuck did you miss the house, bro? It's the biggest tree on the lot, and it missed the whole entire, not even the gutters. It's mad.
It's our luck.
Dude, it's, what it is? It's to keep me grounded. Like, I shouldn't succeed too much. I shouldn't get, nobody's handed me anything. So, God forbid. And so I called the insurance company and I go, and I said, hey, tree fell. I'm going to go and check it out. I'll let you know. And he goes, okay. So he called and followed it up. And I was like, yeah, dude, took out the whole house, man. Just cut me a check, keep the deductible, whatever. And he goes, all right, typing it up now. I'm like, okay, hold on. I don't want to go to jail. I'm fucking with you. And he goes, I'm fucking with you. And I'm like, God damn it, So one day, that something might happen like that. But now the biggest tree's down, so that's gone. So here comes 4th of July. Just keep your fingers crossed. So
in your whole career as a firefighter, has there been, we won't go to negative experiences because we don't bring up terrible stuff, but
sure.
Give one.
Terrible stuff's the good stuff, Drew.
It is.
That's the good stuff.
He can if he wants, but start with the good stuff first. Is there one good experience that, like one fire, one call that, like,
how many puppies have you saved?
You can reflect on and be like, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
you guys got one of them dog things, one of them CPR masks for dogs?
Yeah, it goes over their snout.
What? Really?
Sweet. Yeah.
That's a thing?
So it goes over their snout, and then it just gives them oxygen.
Shut up. Have you used it?
I have not used it, no.
Have you ever seen it used?
I've seen it used, yeah.
Okay.
I haven't used it personally. I've seen it used on calls that I've been on.
Can we try it?
Can you try it? You don't have a snout.
On our dog.
Oh.
Yeah, our dog, yeah.
Well, your dog's living.
I know, but try that.
Yeah, it probably keep them awake. That's what they do. No, a lot of good things. And as much as I love being a fireman, some of the best things I've ever done have been in the back of an ambulance. I'm a medic too.
Right.
But fires are cool. Like my very first structure fire that really drove the nail home for me that this is what I wanted to do was, it was like the week before Christmas. And we got in there, Christmas tree caught on fire, whatever, went in there, knocked it down, saved the house and everything. And the family was just so grateful. Like, yeah, they lost, Christmas presents, stuff like that.
Right.
But, just so grateful. So that was a good feeling moment.
Nice.
And, so anytime we do that, keep a majority of the house together.
Right.
But the ambulances, I think, where a lot of it comes down. 'Cause fire comes out, we do what we can.
Right.
Fire is going to destroy what it's going to destroy.
Sure.
But
we try and minimize it. But yeah, no, I know what you're saying. But like on the EMS side, so probably the best thing I ever did is maybe the most disgusting too was deliver a baby. Oh yeah, it was so like. If you guys all have kids, I know you get kids. So you're in the hospital and like you see the baby being delivered.
Yeah.
And it's like all clean and it's like this magical thing. It's not like that in the back. It's like, they got everything set up perfect. They got like 8 people there.
Sure.
The back of the ambulance. It's me and my partner and like there's just There's just stuff everywhere.
Right.
It's like on the ceiling. The baby's crying, like the mom's crying, I'm crying. I'm like, I don't know what to do. We were only supposed to go through this in class. Like I was never really meant to do this.
Right,
so,
right.
So
that's pretty cool, though. I mean,
awesome.
you're bringing a life in, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's in that mom will have that story. Right.
Yeah. Like came out and it just all happened so fast. You're like,
Thing's gross.
crap, this actually happened.
So I've only seen one child being born, right? And I was so amazed at how big Emily's head was. I expected like.
I'm amazed every time I see her.
Right. I was just expected like when I don't know what I was expecting to come out like a puppy, you know, like a puppy sized thing. It was like a big ass human, you know. It was a 8-pound human being that came out. So 8 pounds is actually pretty big. And then I'm like watching. I'm like, oh, there's the head, you know. And they're telling me this stuff, you know. Really fantastic experience. It really was. And then it's like as Emily's coming out, my eyes got bigger because I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, is this some kind of mutant motherfucker? Like, what the fuck is coming out right now, you know? And I'm like, how is this physically possible? Like the body, you know, that it's gonna just drop this watermelon out of this, you know, small opening. It was mind blowing to watch, and I kept it together. I didn't pass out or anything like that, but it was really. I'm like, they're like, oh, there's the head, and you only see the crown, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, a little head, and it just like kept coming. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, man, I might go right now. Like, I might leave, you know. I'm like, I don't want some Stewie Griffin motherfucker coming out of this. Yeah, definitely.
So that was cool. And I just done one. I helped with a couple. My wife, she's a badass. She's delivered 6, so.
That's insane.
Yeah, she's like a pro at it. She's like, whatever.
Right.
So yeah, that's fucking awesome. So you were talking about that Christmas experience. My sister and her husband, they had a house a couple blocks over from us, and we went over there Christmas morning, opened the presents with them, did the thing. Brunch or Christmas breakfast was back at my mom's house, so we get back over there, and we get a call. Her house is on fire. Well, her husband, before they had left, had taken all the wrapping paper,
Right.
put it in the fireplace, burned it. So it came up, and there was a small hole, I guess, in the chimney somewhere, and it went into the attic.
Oh,
Caught
so
on
it wasn't
fire.
intentional. It was,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so their house, it was 70% of their house got burnt down. You know,
On Christmas Day.
On Christmas Day.
Ouch.
And but you know, the firefighters that came out, they were so grateful that they came and saved what they could. They took, you know, like the lunch we had made, the dinner we made, they took it all to the fire department and went and celebrated Christmas with them at the fire department because they were so grateful that they came and saved them. That's amazing.
Nice.
You guys are always there to
Right.
keep everybody safe, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, one of my buddies growing up. You met him last night.
Yeah.
He's one of the captains for Alton Fire Department, and so when he was going to college, he was going to be a business. I think he had a double major as business management and marketing, and then he came back to town and became a firefighter. I'm like, okay.
No, I get it. I have an accounting degree. I went to school.
There you go. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Like he double majored. He was there so long he double majored and came home and with his military and everything. He and then we were friends with the fire chief at that time, and they're looking for guys. So with his military, his college, and everything else, he got to go try out for the fire department. And he goes, I don't know how long to do this. Maybe 10 years or so. That was we were in our early 20s when he became a firefighter. Still is in his 40s, and he's captain now. He goes to the balls and does the whole dress up thing and all that good stuff.
Nice.
And they're like, I was like, I got one friend who's sheriff in the county, another friend who was just police chief in the city, another one's captain, and I posted a picture of him and I go rescue an old Mustang, and I'm putting gas in it from a gas can to fucking make it run, and I'm like, here's you guys and here's me, like obviously I should have stayed in school. Like, nah. I made more money on that Mustang than they did putting out that fire. I can guarantee that.
I guarantee you that, yeah.
So how is it? So I only have the 2 girls in the house.
Yeah.
How's it having 3 girls, 3 on 1? Is it terrible? sure
they
it's
take
great.
it easy on me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What's your
give me my space. I got my computer, my video games.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
what I was going to ask.
They'll
What's
gang
your
up on you?
No.
what's your distraction? You know, you gotta have a distraction from all the bullshit that we do.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu,
Right.
which I actually got in because my daughter wanted to try it. Charlie,
Yeah.
she wanted to try it, and then I was just down there, and Tyler and Double A talked me into going in. But at home, yeah, I like to chill out, do some video games, just where I take my mind off everything.
Nice.
And then woodworking. So so like the last house we had, I built all the cabinets for, and trying to get the shop in order now so I can build new kitchen cabinets in this house. So.
What's the plan with the upstairs of the ice cream shop? Anything?
We don't know yet. We've been kicking some ideas around. We were thinking about maybe one of those old timey photo places.
Okay.
Just because there's nothing like that up there.
Right, and it's tourist destination.
It is very touristy. You know, the thing like we were talking. You know, you have a bachelorette party come through or something.
Right.
You know,
Right.
they love that shit. So
Right. Bitches be tripping all the time.
Yeah. So I don't know what we're gonna do with it. I mean, right now we just it's
Brothel.
bare.
Brothel.
Brothel.
Yes.
You get your punch. You can get
Brothel would
Punch,
go over well.
the punch card.
With all the bars at the other end, Brothel would go over great.
right. You get
Yeah,
I mean,
shut the Fudge shop down.
right.
I
That
mean,
closes
keep
at
the Fudge
6.
shop.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's yeah. Well, they can come
I
down
mean,
for a snack
same
afterwards.
name. Same name.
Fudge.
Captain Fudge.
Welcome to the fudge shop.
Captain Fudge packing.
Right.
Same name.
Yeah. Well, we got our shirts.
It's
that
a
say, I got
brothel
Fudge
that
stuff.
specializes in anal.
I mean,
I have to run that by the wife.
yeah. See how
She's
the.
probably strong enough. She could handle it. Like I
mean,
wouldn't
she
be
doesn't have to
able
work
run
there,
too.
bro. You can like hire people like you do.
Right.
You
Would
know,
she be, what is that? The head of it? Where she,
the madam.
madam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the madam.
I don't know where she's just.
When you.
Hey, that's on her. Whatever she runs the place. Whatever she decides. to do.
Right.
So,
Right. Right.
But Kim and I'd be like, whatever. I just have to figure out how to do the book work.
Right. The accounting.
Steve is a monster on the jiu-jitsu mats, though.
Yeah.
Beast. Yes.
Just call me fat.
No.
My mom used to. I was Husky, so yeah.
Just call me
Right.
Husky.
Right. I think there was actually a Husky section at JCPenney when we had to go get school uniforms. So
Did that go away, or is that still a thing?
Husky.
That definitely went away.
Well, if it didn't, it's now gone, bro. You can't be Husky,
Yeah, they can't call him Husky.
bro.
Definitely gone.
Well, Husky's just normal now.
No, it's
Well, it seems like it
Yeah.
for sure, but no, the verbiage is gone,
It's
dude.
probably extra petite or some shit at this point.
Right.
So,
It was
Well, now they
fucking-
call it the big and tall shop. So.
right.
I mean, large shirts are now mediums. So,
Yeah,
what do you
isn't
want?
that something?
Smediums, I mean.
Yeah.
Smediums.
Question. Oh, how do you feel about the
This fucking
relationship
piece
you
of
build
shit.
in jiu-jitsu
What?
as opposed
What's
to,
going on with your glasses there, Walter White?
what do you mean?
Did you just not notice him?
I mean,
Safety.
I noticed them when I came in, but I'm just like.
He's worn them
Well, I think
before.
They're awesome. It's-
Because, number one, Melissa talks shit on them. And the kid, and
should.
Sailor talks shit on them.
They should.
That's having the kids. Whatever the big one does, the little ones follow.
Yeah,
What?
so, because she says they're Jeffrey Dahmer glasses when he talked about this.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, they are Jeffrey Dahmer glasses.
And that's,
Well,
They're 70s serial killer glasses.
Well, you know what?
They are. I've noticed women wearing glasses like that now. It's like, what's the hype on wanting to look like you're from the 70s and killing people?
Domner, the movie series, whatever came out.
well, these are highly functional. They're aerodynamic.
Safety.
And they're safe. They keep blood splatter from my eyes.
Oh, when you're in the operating room.
Right.
When I'm chopping people up. So it's all functional. Form and function in one.
I don't know about form, but
I mean, I've seen blood squirt 6 or 8 feet, so that would definitely be.
I don't know about
Need it.
form.
I got side blockers on them too.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about.
You know, Chuck and I will go back with a grinder, and we don't even have that much safety gear on.
No, you're looking at them. This is it. I
And
wear
that-
them for sunglasses. The reason I wear them for sunglasses is because they're really dark. I got light sensitivity from not wearing a mask while welding,
Shit.
and from all the metal that's been in this eye. So I got a bad light sensitivity.
So can you get an MRI or will it jack your eye up?
Oh, I don't know.
Have you ever had an MRI?
Before all the metal in my eye, yeah.
Oh, but not after.
I doubt it.
I wonder
It's
how they would
just
even
little-
determine that. Like,
It's just little chunks.
they'd rip it out though.
Yeah, but it's all
Yeah.
there.
See ya.
Only if it's magnetic.
And I've taken here. I've gotten metal in my eye, and I've come up there and grabbed the magnet that we use for jewelry testing, and a wet rag, and I put the wet rag over it, and I take my own metal out now. So because that's all they do at the unless it's really really shoved in there, that's all they do at the eye place anyway.
So
they
like
take a magnet.
like a
They
rare
take a
earth
magnet. What they do is they dilate. They put stuff in your eye, and then they hold it open because you can't hold the son of a bitchin' thing open. And then they take a magnet and they take it out. Now, if it's in there deep, they have to take this little drill, and then they yell at you because you're like,
Well, if somebody's coming at you,
coming at me
so-
with a drill.
right,
That's all,
right.
shut up.
It's like my old 80-year-old barber coming at me with a straight blade, and I can see his hand shaking. I'm like, you know what, man? It's just let it grow. Fuck it. I don't need that.
Yeah, I mean, it's if you've never had metal in your eye, it's an experience.
Let me see.
I've got rust in this eye.
Well, you know
this
why?
eye is rusted.
Do you know why he doesn't have metal in his eyes?
Can I wear those fucking
Right.
sweet ass glasses?
Right. Are they even prescription?
No.
You even need them?
No.
You just wear.
Yeah. Hey,
You wish you had half the style that Drew
I'm
has.
a safety girl. I gotta wear.
He wore 2 seatbelts on the way up here. He wore 2 seatbelts. He put,
Well, the way he drives, he probably should wear.
right. Dude, I feel bad for your transmission every time you leave, bro.
Right.
That fuck, you just on it. No, which we appreciate. Don't get me
Right.
wrong. I love hearing
No,
it, but
it's
it's
awesome.
like Jesus Christ, man.
It's awesome.
You can't just beat a broad up every time you get it in.
It's on economy mode, dude.
It's on economy mode.
I don't even have it on the good mode.
I just drove a Magnum one time at a car lot, and I just rode the shit out of it. That was the whole purpose. I wanted to test drive it.
Yeah.
And so I laid into it out of a stoplight one time, and it went nothing.
Economy.
And I pulled over, and I was like, "Well, I guess we'll call them to come get it."
Oh no.
I couldn't even. I wasn't even gonna buy it.
You
I
wrote.
was got out and ran.
Did,
We couldn't even buy it. We couldn't even buy it, right? So I put it in park. I turn it off, and I'm sitting there like, "Oh, this sucks." Well, what do I tell them? It just went out. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
What do I tell them? And I thought, well, I'll start it up, put it in gear. Maybe it'll make it back. And I put it back in gear, and it went again. And I drove it back, and I was like, "Yeah, we don't want it." Made it back.
Do you remember? I want to say it was Ford had a. So Festiva's been a long time running car, but they also came out in the '70s with a car called the Fiesta. It looked like a Yugo.
Yeah.
Looked like a Yugo. The hood opened up backwards. Super
Yes.
cool little ass car, right?
And you get amazing on gas.
Well,
like 35 miles. to the
because there
gallon
was
in town.
Before people cared.
Well, right, and
Yeah.
but there was 0 horsepower. That's why, right?
Right.
So remember the old car lot by here, pay here lot that was down here at the viaduct, like where the U-Haul is now, or Mako, or whatever it was. So they had one, and I test drove it with
Body busters.
whatever it was. I don't
Body
know.
busters.
So I went and test drove one because it was such a cool little car, little coupe, shit brown color, it's manual transmission. It didn't have enough power to have an automatic. So we took it to Albee Street, tried to jump it, Blair Street, we're jumping it. Well, finally we found a street that had a good enough ramp that I could get some air with this thing. And I jumped that thing so much to where it didn't run it was limping at this. And you had to put the jump box on it, like on the fucking car and turn it on too. So I'm driving back with the hood on the jump box. And I'm like, yeah, we're good. We don't want it.
You know who owns that? Who did own that?
I don't.
Cheapies.
Oh, back in the day?
Jay
I'm going back into the 90s.
Jay owned it.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love that car. It got the greatest air. It landed fantastic. I mean, that's what I was looking for, was a car that would land. And then I just fucking demolished this thing, man. It was just, nothing was right. I think I broke a motor mount. Shit was sitting sideways. It was a 70s car. It's in the 90s, and I'm
Motor mount was
sending.
probably already broken.
It was probably, yeah. It was probably trash before I got it.
Straight garbage.
Yeah. But I bought a car from him, paid it off. I bought a little Hyundai, and then I put more speakers in it than I had friends, and it had bubbly tint. Like, it was, the classic freaking I'm broke car.
Yeah. In the 90s, everybody had more speakers than sense.
Right,
I
right.
bought a black, I think it was a Duster, but it was a damn
Right, or Plymouth,
four-door
or Dodge.
Yeah, one of them cars. What were they called? Sundance.
I
or
don't remember.
Shadow or something like
Right.
that. Whatever they were called. I think this one was a Duster. But it was
Talking
the
about
same
K car,
thing.
right? Case.
No, this was
before Case.
This was after K car.
Oh, yuck.
This was when they were kind of round,
Right,
but not round.
right,
still.
right.
So,
My first car, I found a Rockford Fosgate Punch 1,000-watt amp.
Yeah.
At a pawn shop.
Right.
It was at Jack's, it was down the road.
Yeah.
And I got some speakers, and they were shitty, some subs, and then it didn't sound right. So my dad had his old 1970s
Yeah.
house
Techniques and shit.
set up in the house.
Yeah.
I took those fucking box speakers and put them in, both of them, in my back seat. Those huge fucking
Yeah.
100-pound speakers. Hooked them up to that amp. Dude, it sounded so good. It burned the speakers up.
for 2 days.
Right.
Right. 2 days.
Bro.
Sounded great.
It sounded great.
Man, my stepdad had a nice stereo at the house. 8-track player. I thought 8-tracks were the smartest invention ever because you could go straight to the track over and over and over again. Like I didn't have to rewind. I could just press 1 or 4 or whatever the fuck I wanted to. It was so intelligent to me, and it's like, why would I have a cassette that I had to go rewind and find where it's at? I mean, you had a cassette so I could make a mixtape to, for a girl or something.
At one point in time, cassettes would stop on
Songs.
Each song, it would stop.
I remember some of them doing that, but I just don't, I just thought 8-tracks were fucking way smarter. It's like a record and a tape were so similar because you had to, find where it was on the record to put the needle, But I would blast those fucking speakers, and I finally blew one and just ignored it for a long time until they all knew it was me, right?
I had a Valari station wagon, which is a Dodge product again.
Right.
I actually really liked that station wagon. But we did the same thing, except we did it with my buddy's parents, their house speakers, my parents' house speakers. We filled the whole back of it up with house speakers and drove around. And then I realized you couldn't sleep in it no more, so I took them all out.
I had a friend growing up. His parents owned a giant asphalt company in Alton when we were growing up, and but that kid didn't get anything. Right, he wasn't spoiled. He had to earn everything. So he had a car, and then all the work trucks 6x9s.
Vanilla praline.
Okay.
He built a box out of just random wood around the house to hold 29 fucking 6x9s. And that was the stereo system. He was the first to get his license and the first to get some piece of shit car. And so we're over there screwing down all these 6x9. I bet you that thing weighed 100 pounds, bro. Oh, garbage, man. But it was better than no speakers. And that's all we had was a bunch of work truck. It was work truck 6x9s and 5x7. Nothing matched. It was terrible.
That goes good with that whiskey.
That's fantastic.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
My first truck didn't even have a stereo in it. It was a total out car we got from the insurance company, and the guy that had it had a nice stereo system in there, and he ripped everything out.
Well, sure.
So no head unit or anything. So I had remember the Discman, the Sony Discman?
Oh, yeah.
I had that thing Velcroed to the dashboard.
Yes.
And I plugged in 2 little speakers that went on it, had one on each side. Every time I hit a bump, that thing would skip.
Oh, so you didn't have the anti-skip on them.
Wouldn't matter,
I
bro.
think it was before that.
Yeah.
Even. It was.
Yeah, I drove around with a boombox in a Cadillac.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
It was the armrest.
Yeah.
Chuck knows stuff, so tell me if you know. How did that? I don't know. I could look it up on this shit, but how did the anti-skip work on those Discmen?
It was bullshit.
Because the disc was scratched to fuck. We got
The part that held the disc
Yeah.
was on rubber isolators.
Oh, I can see that.
Oh, okay. So
That's
Oh,
all.
bro.
I didn't know if there was a memory that
Except praline.
stored
So
the.
Yeah.
That's good.
The mechanism and the laser and everything was on rubber. It was on its own rubber isolators inside there.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it kind of flowed a little bit.
It kind of worked, but didn't work.
I thought the Discman was the stupidest fucking thing to carry around on you. You're out trying to skateboard or some shit. That fucking thing. Just give me my Walkman back with my cassette, because I could literally tumble down a hill and my music wouldn't stop.
Oh yeah, just keep playing.
Yeah. No, the fucking Discman was stupid as fuck. And I remember car CDs, man. I was so happy to finally afford a CD player in my car. And then I'm like, it's just so fantastic. It's like now I can go to that track. I can. That's. I want to hear this song. I don't want to listen to all this other bullshit, So, yeah, now it's Pandora. I'm back to my tapes again. I'm like, we should play a song I liked.
So if you if you had an Alpine back when they first came out, because Alpines were pretty good at not, when your base hit or you hit a pothole,
Right.
Alpines were always pretty good at not skipping.
Right.
So it was the cheaper ones that would skip every time you
Sure.
hit a pothole or anything.
My shit was like
Which means
pyramid.
around here it was bet.
Right, pyramid or boss, and then you were mad in the
Well,
mornings.
that's because we went to St. Louis Convention Center
Yes,
and
sir.
bought all that
Yes,
shit
sir.
for $10.
That's right. Walk out of there with boxes bigger than my car, trying to fucking get it in there to get home. I'm like, shit's gonna hit so hard. Like 6 months later, you're like, God damn it, why'd I waste that money?
And you'd always show up on Sunday, the last hour on a Sunday,
Yeah,
because
bro.
everything was cheaper then.
Right. God, there hasn't been a stereo show like that, and I forgot all about those, man. Oh, you'd go and
It's like the white vans, white van speakers. You never bought no white van speakers?
I don't know.
So if you went over, sometimes if you went over to St. Louis and,
Right.
and you were just being a hood rat and driving around,
Oh yeah.
you'd find a white van.
Oh, that's where I get my tapestries.
Oh.
Yeah, you'd find a white van,
Right.
and the white van guy would sell you house speakers.
No, yeah,
and
right.
shit like that, cheap as shit.
No, yeah.
because they
That's
was
where
stealing them.
Yeah, that's where I
So,
got my Tupac riding a unicorn tapestry that hangs in my
Yeah,
hangs in my living room.
He wasn't stealing them, but it was belonged to whatever company he worked for.
Sure.
And he would just sell them to you dirt cheap, and then claim, "Well, I'm in the hood. What do you want?"
Right.
You know what I mean?
Dude, that's
Man, what a hustle that is.
I'm going to tell you, man, that is the best place to get your socks, your tapestries. I mean, you can get your purses. Like you can get Melissa Gucci bags, Louis Vuitton. I mean, it all comes out of the white van.
I mean, you live in Collinsville. You can just go down the street and get her.
Yeah, dude, go down 111, bro.
Yeah.
Like, have you been to the 111 mall? There's a 111 mall, man. That thing is
Right there by
sick.
the golf course.
Yeah, it's pretty close to golf course. It's kind of on the flats there, by just past
East St. Louis.
it's Charlie Park or East Saint.
It's East
Yeah.
St. Louis.
Is it Fairmont City?
Oh no, further.
No, it's before
Right
Fairmont.
there.
Well,
It's
it's
before Fairmont.
it's on 111. So Fairmont's.
like-
111 in St. Clair.
Where like
Avenue.
Venture
Yeah.
used to be?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
St.
No,
Clair
no,
or is it
what-
Cahokia?
No, it's
111
not. It's
St.
not.
Clair Avenue.
Yeah, it's 111 is St. Clair Avenue. It's not as far as Cahokia. So it's
No,
actually
it's not as far
Wash.
as Cahokia.
It's actually rather East St. Louis or Charlie
If
Park
you turn at
East
the
St. Louis.
racetrack
Yeah.
and go right.
Yeah.
on 111. Yeah.
No.
That's
If you
Fairmont
turn
right there.
off 255, where the horse track is,
Yeah.
and you go right, that'll take you there. That takes you there, don't it?
If we're smarter about this, you go to Larry Flint's, but you go
Across
through.
the highway.
Yeah, and it's real close to there, pretty much.
Right,
And
yeah.
there's like,
Same thing on
dude,
that road.
they got appliances. They got everything outside, man. I mean, and then every now and then somebody will come and raid for fugazi shit, you know. So, but you go in there, man, and you can get, man, it's like 19 movies on one DVD, $5. Not, I mean, bro. I mean, that's your whole Netflix and chill.
They're terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Where the prison is. It's
For
catty
$5.
corner to that.
Yeah, pretty close to prison.
The Venture, the old Venture.
Yeah,
Remember
it's-
Venture?
It's
was?
down the road.
Yeah.
It's down the road from there.
No, it's right across the street.
No, there's two of them.
Okay.
We're talking about two separate ones.
Yeah, no,
There's
I'm,
one
I'm,
across the
I'm,
street from the Venture.
no, I'm deep in the
Yeah,
hood, bro.
And then you're,
okay.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Black Road, what it's called off the highway.
Yeah, it is Black Road.
Yeah.
Yes, not.
Yeah, so there's
Black Road?
It's called Black Road.
It's the name of the road.
It
Black
is
Road.
the name of the road, not any kind of anything
Not
I
else.
erased.
thought it was Cahokia
No,
because it's the racetrack.
Cahokia is no. Cahokia is 30 minutes from the racetrack.
Well, yeah, but if you turn at
Nope.
the horse racetrack, if
Co-
you turn right,
It goes Charlie Park, East St. Louis, Cahokia. If you're driving south. So Fairmount City,
this road
Charlie
runs
Park,
west to
East.
east.
Yeah, so I'm deep in the hood. So like Steve said, I'm like in like you can purchase. There's a firearms dealer. I mean, I'm telling you, bro, this is
No serial numbers.
this is the mega mall. Like fuck Wisconsin or wherever
Yeah, I
that
know where
is.
that
This
is.
is the mega mall of everything. You go down there with a
it is.
trailer. If you got tires left on your trailer when you leave, you load it up and you go
Well,
home.
you gotta go
Your
back in and buy them.
mattresses.
You gotta go buy them
Yeah,
back.
you got to go swing around and buy your tires back. Right,
Yeah, what do we do
Hey,
for
look at
this
this
hour?
here.
Let's go down there and check it out.
Right.
right. Yeah, we should film an episode down there and see how long that lasts.
Right.
Right. So,
Like I know we started with microphones.
where'd our camera go? We gotta put that shit on cloud so we fucking know what happens with it. So, there's the one I would go to because a lot of my customers were there, so
Yeah,
I'd go there
I
to
don't
collect
know where that
money.
is.
So I'd sit there on a Friday and fucking wait for them to get paid, or Saturday morning wait for them to get paid,
Or your
and
furniture.
and then and I would go look for my furniture there because I
So-
would find my shit
Oh, the
So
road.
at Larry Flint's, are you turning left or right?
opposite highway side.
Yeah. So Larry Flint's is on one
so
side.
left.
The mall is
Depends on which way you're coming.
The other side of 64.
Yeah, the other side of 64, and then go in towards East Saint, and then that's where. So that it's like real close to Charlie Park border, and then or Washington Park. But so I'm a man from the streets. I call it Charlie Park. So
I've seen a.
It's down the road from the
I
chicken
seen a
place.
newspaper article that they called it Charlie Park.
Yeah,
so.
Oh, really?
Barbecues across the street from it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you can go over, get lunch.
Yeah, no,
I
there's.
highly recommend the Snoots.
Yeah, dude, I'm all in on Snoot. Don't even
dude, they're so
fucking
good.
Christ, Jesus, dude. I took him down there one time just to the Orange House. It was Charlie Park Chicken, and so we were down there buying cars or whatever.
Good rice
and
and chicken.
and then so he's just like, so we get fried rice and some chicken wings, and it's whole wings, bro. And then so he's like, Jesus Christ. So every time we go to the auto auction, like, are we getting chicken or are we going Mexican? Because we'll go to Fairmount City to get Mexican, or we'll go get some chicken from there or whatever. Unless our car was barely going to make it, then we just beeline back here to see if it would. All but one made it back here.
Stopped at Culver's one time and got pulled over.
Yeah. We don't go into
We're in
Collinsville.
now.
Yeah, as soon as you get off that interstate, boy, man, we look suspect. So they treated us like that.
I didn't get a ticket because I confused the cops.
Like Chuck comes off the interstate, truck trailer, right? Like, hey, let's hit Culver's on the way back. I think it was a bad day at the auction, so we're like, yeah, let's just go. We had an empty trailer, so he pulls off. This cop like flinches, and Chuck just pulls over and
Yeah, I
waits.
just pulled over and waited for him.
He comes up and he's like, "Would you pull it? So we saw you move, bro. Here, come on, let's get this shit over with. Like, we're done. Come on."
So I'm not dumb.
Right?
As soon as
Yeah.
I passed you, you pulled out.
Right. You flinched.
Obviously.
Right. You flinched. Oh, I lost it. It's right there if you want.
Yeah, it keeps going on. I mean,
So-
I'm a bad smoker.
No, it's
Talking
okay.
about Snoot. Like, what's the texture of that?
Okay, so here, let me describe
Well, you
Snoot.
should want it to go. I mean, you're a fireman. It should
Right.
I'm scared of it.
Yeah, you're scaring it out.
I'm good at putting them out. I am not good at starting them.
Right,
I'll let you know,
right.
so.
So I try to promote Snoot. So do you like pork rinds?
Yeah.
Do you like pork steaks?
Yes.
Imagine putting them together.
That's perfect.
A meaty, crunchy, saucy, fucking pork rind steak.
But it's not like cartilagey, though.
No, it's crunchy like a pork rind.
Okay.
So it's crunchy like a pork rind, but it's a thicker pork rind with meat on it. It is fucking phenomenal.
It is.
No,
I don't know
it's
how
so
they
good.
cook it. I don't know. They fry them or they.
So there's a couple ways.
Bake 'em?
We can get like old school. There's always old school, new school ways. So old school is you would wrap a brick up in some foil. If you're real poor, you didn't have foil, you just threw a brick on it because it will shrivel like bacon. So it goes on the smoker, it goes on the grill. The brick goes there. It works as an oven as well. So it's cooking a little bit from both sides because the brick stays on the big trash can barrel grill that you're getting it from. So it keeps it flat. And then I like the whole Snoot. I don't like strips. It pisses me off. I want to see the nose hole, right? Because I feel like you're ripping me off whenever I order some Snoot. I want a whole goddamn Snoot.
Okay.
You give me strips. I know you're fucking cheating me. So anyway, so a lot of people, like, if they're actually putting it on menu and it's not some dude fucking selling them out of the backyard, they will grill them like that. And then put them in a tray, no sauce or anything. And then when someone orders them, they do a little flash fry to fucking crisp them up, get them hot, throw them in some sauce, white bread, serve it with some rib tips. Bro, fuck, Jesus, you're done. You're full for days. I mean, it's so delicious.
It's like heaven.
Yeah, bro.
They're good.
Yeah, no, I'm a huge Snoot fan. I chase Snoot all over the place. That's what we should put upstairs.
Oh yeah.
Fudge and nose.
Yep.
What's the next fudge here?
This is peanut butter. You guys tried to put it
Yeah.
in, right?
Oh,
Chuck's
going in.
Chuck's in now.
Well, my cigar's out.
Get you some of that.
See if your throat burns.
Probably.
Bro, you should see this fleet truck back there. Dirty fucking thing.
I did. I seen it.
I mixed her up some simple green to see if we can cut through some of that grease.
Can we talk about some local news real quick? Because I just seen it on Facebook again.
Local news.
The Arrowhead Monument
Oh,
at
jeez.
Faisal Park.
Yeah.
Why are people surprised that it got knocked over and broke? It just sits there.
Well, because people just want to cry. That's all people do. They just want to cry about something. Everybody wants to be a victim of some kind. So, of course, now they feel victimized because somebody knocked over a statue that I guarantee they never even fucking read.
I've never read it.
Yeah.
It's literally sitting there.
Bro, that's
How are you
delicious.
surprised it got? Yeah, it's not sugary.
No, yeah.
The one I
that's,
eat is usually really sugary.
bro, that's super delicious. I'll leave some here
But,
for
It's just literally sitting there under its own weight.
Right.
How are you surprised it got knocked over?
Right. I see a lot of the homeless, walk around. They do the weirdest shit. I was literally on the roof of the yoga building one day working. I look over because I hear somebody yelling. This guy is screaming at the wall. He pulls out what looks like a jar. Do you remember this? Yeah. Pulls out a jar of like pasta sauce, red pasta. I don't know what it was, and just throws it at the wall. There's nothing on the wall. He's just, so it's like, oh, these fucking kids, bro. There's so much mental health walking around. You have no idea who did it, and you just want to be a fucking victim about it. Quit being a goddamn. Go do something about it. What are you gonna do?
I seen it.
Now we're gonna have a fundraiser for the fucking statue or some shit.
I had to think about it for a second. I was like, that thing just sits there.
No, yeah.
Under its own.
Right.
How did it not? I'm amazed it lasted this long.
Right. Yeah. You know what? Mount it in the ground, make it solid, and then it'll be there forever.
Put some rebarb in the bottom of it.
Right, or attach it to something. Right.
We got the technology. So
Right. We could literally put a hologram of it.
Pulled up with a truck, and a couple of guys got out and set it down and went, yeah, that's good.
Right. Peanut butter?
Nobody will screw with that. Teenagers have been going back into the...
Dude, for sure.
Back. I mean, when we were kids, we went in the front caves, but they closed that off. So they go in from the back now.
That's good. Yeah.
And that's a thing that they do.
Right.
So
where do you guys live? Do you guys live on this side or on? Oh, do you? Okay. So you guys are making that drive? You might want to just live upstairs on the busy weekends.
We talked about that. I threw a bed up there.
Yeah. Right.
Is this one Rocky Road?
No, that's Cheesecake.
Oh, Chuck's in now.
Yeah.
This one's Rocky Road.
Yes. So we talked about just to stay there on the busier weekends.
Yeah. I was in New Jersey, and it was like South New Jersey, close to Atlantic City, and this guy had a cigar shop. And then when he built this shop, he's got a members only lounge upstairs, and in the back half of that lounge is his apartment because they lived in Philly. It was like an hour and a half drive. So they'd come down on a Friday, bring their dog, him and his wife, and then they would work all weekend. And that way, if the night got away from them, everybody's having a good time, they're making money, they just went upstairs and went to sleep. So they made themselves a whole apartment up there just to save the time and the gas and everything, which you close at 6, so it's not like it's the,
Right.
Well, that could give you options of being open maybe a little bit later, or being open till the sun goes down or whatever,
Yeah, during the summer, we'll stay open till 7 on the weekends.
Right.
Friday, Saturday.
Right.
Just to give us... more business. It's lighter out.
Sure. Yeah. No.
People come up there all the time.
Sun's out, dollars out, bro.
So
all day.
When it was Halloween time, so I only been to the old Grafton, the old Fudge place a couple times, but you guys had a whole theme thing going on, and it seemed like you really care about people waiting in line. Was that how it was always there? Like the people that they participate like that, and the old shop did that stuff.
I thought it was.
Yeah, so
I didn't go there a lot because I don't want to be faced with like a bunch of Chinese-made moccasins or whatever.
we don't have to worry about that.
Right. It was kind of a shit every podcast. So it was kind of like it's like, bro, I don't know. Like you don't come in here to buy glass or this or that.
Right.
Who the fuck's going in there to buy a fucking a pair of moccasins? And I didn't even know that was a thing.
A lot of people went up there and bought the moccasins
Jesus
and the
Christ.
antiques and stuff like that. It was just kind of.
That was kind of the realm of Grafton at that time.
Yeah.
It was antiquing, to where now it's more tourism as far as things to do, places to eat, good food, all that stuff. Different experiences now versus antiquing. So, and Alton's kind of getting away from that antiquing vibe a little bit, thank God. Because what's that bring? It just brings antique people.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of that one place has some creepy fucking shit in there.
What place?
That one antique place there across from the good food place.
Brown bag?
Yes.
Oh, you're talking Mineral Springs?
No. Next to it. Maybe no. Down catty corner. It's like, dude, they had a mummified baby in there.
Oh, all that shit's gone now.
That's nuts.
Yeah, all that shit's gone. That was Steve's.
In Mineral Springs?
Steve's Antiques.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. He had a coffin. He had
all kinds of
not a coffin. What do you fucking like a tomb thing? I don't know.
Like a gravestone? Or?
No, it's like it'd be like a mummified person would be in
There was
there.
a mummified baby.
Yeah.
A sarcophagus.
Yeah, thank you. But no, yeah, he closed.
Smartest motherfucker in the
You seriously are, bro. He is. He's got some words that,
It's all worthless knowledge. But
dude. I mean,
still.
I couldn't even. I can't even afford the words he says half the time.
I run into burning buildings for a living, so
dude.
like that's not smart at all.
Dude, I sell.
I'm at the bottom.
I sell dead leaves, bro. So I mean,
If I can't think of a word or what I'm trying to say, I'll defer to Chuck.
yeah,
Every time.
yeah. Chuck's got the vocabulary, and he'll have so many syllables. I won't even question it. I'll just assume it's right. Did you really? Did you really?
Yeah.
I couldn't even spell spelling bee. So good for you.
So what?
Rizzuto.
Rizzuto.
On that one Adam Sandler movie, Billy Madison, he's trying to do
Hip Hop Anonymous.
on the board.
Hip Hop Anonymous.
No, that was Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Big Daddy. Yeah. Hip, yeah.
Rizzuto's not a word, he's a baseball player. He's
Right,
just like
right.
Rizzuto.
I think. Oh yeah.
Amaretto here.
Oh,
It's like a chocolate covered cherry.
Okay.
So weird. So amaretto, the flavoring comes from almonds.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until
Right.
So obviously, again, not the smartest one in the room.
No. You're
But
good.
yeah, you don't know.
How long does it take to make? So
Well, when it comes to packing fudge, I guarantee you're the smartest one.
Well, now he
Oh, yeah,
is.
I mean,
Right.
you saw what I did there. That was beautiful.
Right. Just packed it right in my box.
Right.
so a
Pack all that fudge.
so a 6-pound tray, like how long does it take to start to finish?
Yeah. Do you bake it? Is it a baked
It's
good?
not baked. No, it's all just mixed.
Oh my
She
God.
mixes it in the back,
Right. And you lay it out and let it
and
cure.
then it just kind of cures.
How?
Room air.
What's the curing time? Like.
It takes a few days.
Oh really?
4 days. Yeah.
Oh no shit. So you can't just go whip up a batch.
No, because it's all like you just like she takes it out of the thing that she mixes it in.
That's
and,
really
and she just pours it in.
Nice.
That's when I'd have to sit and like
That's really nice. Yeah.
savor it, you know.
You know what? It's like a sundae with the cherry on top. That's what that's like. That's nice. That's the best part of the. That's the best part of the fucking sundae is the chocolate covered cherry on top.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's like.
Which you can also get up there. Besides the,
Right.
You have Sundays?
oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got
Anything
ice cream.
you do with ice cream. We do the hand dipped ice cream. So like, go in, we'll scoop it out for you.
I wanted to shake, but he was like, "No, we're closed. You can have an ice cream."
Damn, he
You know, like
Cock blocks,
shakes. They're my favorite.
Is your
I
shake
did not
machine
realize-
always closed?
No, it's we're
That's
not
always done.
McDonald's.
When we that day we went up there, it was closed.
That's funny.
Yeah, so we're not McDonald's, so our shake machine works
Right. Nice.
until we close.
And
Right.
it's real ice cream.
It is.
Right.
McDonald's is a mix pouring.
Oh sure.
mix.
Yeah. No. It's probably a
Which
liquid.
doesn't taste-
I think it's a liquid. They
No,
just
it
forget.
doesn't
no,
taste
it
bad.
is a bag of liquid. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
bag
is
of
it
liquid.
liquid? I thought
Yeah.
it was powder.
No, it's bag of liquid.
Oh, it was powder.
The malt's
I
always
ain't used
a
to
powder. If
Yeah,
you do
malt
a malt,
is powder.
yeah, it's
Oh,
just
there
a
you go.
powder.
There you go.
Yeah, no, they. So, do you see the Alton one? The Alton McDonald's, their shake machine started working and it burnt the building down. So that's why they keep them not
And then they
working.
rebuilt it.
Right,
It's just odd to me. I was like, normally buildings that burn down here don't get rebuilt.
right. Well, it took them a year. I mean, it took them a long time because it burnt during COVID.
Yeah.
So,
All those restaurants are self-insured, so like we,
what's that?
pretty much for the So pretty much for the most part, like those buildings, those commercial buildings, McDonald's and
Yeah,
restaurants,
yeah.
like we don't go in and.
Do you think the rats have chewed through the concrete under that building yet?
The new concrete or the old concrete?
The new concrete they put the McDonald's on. Do you think they've chewed through it yet?
No, I bet you they're still. I bet you they're Michelangelo in it right now, like just carving some shit up. Like
Right.
they got like
You
you
don't
know,
think they've gone through it yet?
yeah, a statue of David's like formed, but they're like still working up.
If you're not from Alton, McDonald's on Broadway used to be a shitty motel.
Travel Inn.
That you could sell crack out of.
Travel Lodge.
And then
Travel
right
Lodge.
next to it was a terrible Asian food place.
Bro, he's not joking.
No,
nah.
and rats the size of
Big ass house cats.
bigger than that.
big ass
They were
house.
bigger than that.
They're probably 10-pound rats.
So we would sit with an air rifle in this motel, and again,
Right.
I
On
already said what we were doing.
on vacation.
Right. We would sit in the back, in the window would open, and we would literally shoot these rats with a high-powered air rifle, and they'd go and go back down in the hole, and then come back up. Not even bloody or nothing. And you hit them because you're only like 3 feet from them.
Oh, bro.
And then come back up, and when they come back up, they're looking at where they got hit, and they're mad, and they're hissing, and and so you'd shoot them again, they'd go down, they'd come back up.
Dude.
Not even bleed. So I don't. Maybe they were going down there and telling their buddies and sending a new one up every time. But
Right.
So it's self-defense, so you won't do anything wrong.
Right. Yeah.
hours we would sit and do this.
Oh yeah, no,
Hours.
dude. So I live a few blocks from that McDonald's, and when the water was up in 19, I guess.
93.
No, yeah, the last dude. The rats go. They move up too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So
We don't want to be wet.
so I'm on the 400 block.
They were eating fresh.
And they kept, dude, they kept coming up. I thought it was my 12-pound cat, white cat. Nope, that was a rat, just hanging out, chilling. Came up like a cat up to the fence. And I go, what are you doing here? And I'm like, oh, she's inside. I'm like, oh fuck, that's a rat, So I was like, I'm not gonna just pull my gun and start shooting this bitch, So I'm just throwing rocks at it, and it's like, no, it didn't care, man.
No.
Dude, we had then. In the 19 flood.
He's like, that dude up there hit me with a mop earlier. You think they're rocking?
Right. Yeah, we had the mop guy.
Now you know why he carries that mopper.
Right.
Beating rats with it.
And his pacifier. So mental health's all over my neighborhood. But anyway, down in Alton, I was taking stuff up to the second floor just in case we lost the battle and water got on the floor. And so there's always, the rats will get through the sewer system. They'll get their way into a building. And so the basement probably has a rat or two in it, no big deal. I get to the second floor, right, during the 19 flood, and there's a rat dead. And I was so mad at it. I'm like, bro, you got out of the flood. You get up here, and now you die? And then so I open it up, and Barnhart was our street department guy. And I was like, hey, what's up? And he goes, what's going on? I'm on the second floor window, and I just throw a dead rat out like fucking Mardi Gras beads. And I'm like,
Show me your tits.
I said, I think I did. I go, hey, show me your titties. And I throw this dead rat out, and it fucking lands. And he's like, what the fuck? And I was like, I don't know why this, you might as well stayed in the basement. You could have, you could have been floating around for a little while or something, But yeah, no, downtown's fun. We have the grain silo down there, so that's why we're always feeding these rats, and they're, dude, they are monsters, man. Yeah, they. You think it's a raccoon, like a fat ass raccoon? It's a rat, man. It's just it's crazy. Groundhog sized rats just fucking roaming the streets all the time.
They're smart as fuck, too.
They are smart, man. I was building a different building down there on the opposite corner, and I opened the door to go in the basement, and a rat runs by, and I'm like, fuck, man. So it startles me. I shut the door, So I grabbed the closest thing, to defend myself, which was a paint stirrer, because that's what you do. My mom's like, you gonna kill it? I'm like, with a fucking paint stirrer? I'm like, no, I'm gonna go down there and give it a right. I'm like, I gotta go down there and spank him, tell him not to get up here anymore.
Go down there and make him mad.
Yeah,
That's what I'm gonna do.
I'm like, bro, I just want to keep it at bay. I'm not trying to fucking kill it,
You want to get your kid a good pet though?
Huh.
Go to Petco or someplace and buy a rat. They make great pets.
Man, they are so loyal. They are so freaking
loving.
Yeah,
and
dude.
And they're really, really clean. They really are.
Yeah,
clean.
that is.
I mean, like your sewer rat's not going to be clean because he lives in a sewer. But if he could be clean and didn't have to live in a sewer, he probably would be.
Yeah.
The rats they will sit there and groom themselves.
And they have a good lifespan too.
Yeah, they have a good lifespan.
Yeah. They're so smart and so sweet. If you want a cuddle monster, it's a rat.
Yep.
Male or female?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
But the problem with Petco, if you get a male, then when he crawls on you, he's going to be dragging his balls all over you.
Yeah, he goes.
Well, that's kinda
hairy
cool.
Ball sack running around.
That's kind of
They've
cool.
got huge balls on them too, and it's just going to drag them all over you.
Yeah, I want that nut juice on
So,
me.
so if you like CDs and tapes,
Right. See these balls on you.
right, you're going to see his nuts when he tapes them through your forehead.
So, convince Mike to do jiu-jitsu.
No. Yeah, do it. Do it.
I'm open to listening to things. I don't listen. I don't take instruction well. It's one of my many faults.
We used to do jiu-jitsu with my buddies
Oh.
when UFC was on tape.
Yeah, yes, you want
We would get stoned out of our minds and watch it, and then of course we would try it on each other.
Well, yeah, you
You
got
do
to.
that.
Right.
Armbar me, buddy. Yeah.
Right.
So,
What do you? What
yeah.
mental?
yeah, so you know how when you guys spar, you only go so far with the arm bar. You're like, oh, you don't want to. Yeah, no, we were trying to rip each other's
Well,
arms
yeah.
off.
Well, I mean, that's how you treat friends.
Right.
Are you a friend
Right.
if you don't try to kill each other?
Right.
We do try to kill
I
each other.
mean, absolutely.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we're like, are you okay?
Yeah. Like, oh man, I didn't mean to hurt you. Yeah, I know. I cranked on that pretty good, but
There was none of that. There was, shut up, pussy.
Feel
Get up.
bad.
Right.
Walk
it off.
That was our okay. Get up, pussy.
Yeah,
You're
walk
all
it
right.
off.
I think you talk about like mental health, and for me, that's a huge aspect of it too.
Right.
Like it's somewhere where you can just go for an hour, and it doesn't matter what happened. As soon as you step on the mat,
Right.
it doesn't matter because all you're thinking about then is just survival of, don't get
Yeah.
choked out.
Yeah, don't get locked
You don't
up.
want to be the one that like passes out. We gotta lift your legs up, and like now everybody's poking fun at you.
Do you if somebody does that, do you guys like draw dicks on their foreheads with Sharpies?
should.
Of course.
Okay.
Why would you not? I mean,
Right.
You have Sharpies there on the mat.
I mean,
just
there
for
should
that
be
purpose.
one guy, helping him out.
Right, right.
Yeah.
But everybody
Trying to
else
make
should be
him-
drawing
everybody
dicks
else
on his
should be
forehead.
drawing dicks
Well,
on
we
his
start a
forehead.
line,
Right.
goes by seniority,
Yeah.
or rank,
Right,
and
right.
See?
Yeah.
Everybody gets a
I
marker.
thought that's
and
why he
comes
shaved his
through,
head. More space.
Make more room.
I had to lose my mohawk because my warrior status is gone because I
And
got
there's-
choked out.
And
What,
there's-
because why?
And then
I got choked out, so my warrior.
Oh,
status-
serious?
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
Oh. It's like when you.
That's why I don't have a mohawk.
Oh, right.
that's more motivation not to get choked out. Oh, I don't want dicks drawn on my face.
Right.
Right. I
Right.
can't go crack somebody's neck with a big old dick on top of my head.
Yeah.
He'll be wearing hats. He'll probably wear a hard hat to go with them glasses, so it's extra safe.
I actually roll with these on.
Those
so
are
that-
OSHA approved.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You know how many times you get poked in the eye? I mean, it
a
prevented
lot.
them.
Do you really? You roll around the mat with glasses on?
Nah,
Oh, I was like, it just seems to be hindering.
But you'd be amazed that people come in with very big egos of how
Sure.
they think they are.
Right,
And
right.
when it comes down to it, it's not how they are at all.
Oh, bro, I haven't
They
thrown
don't
a fist
understand.
in years, man. I guarantee. Like, I'd rather live in my glory days than be fucking.
It's very humbling. I mean,
Right,
you know,
right. I mean, I'm an honest person. I don't know if I want to be humbled like that, man. It's like when you leave and you leave the ring and you're 10-0 and and it's like 40 years later you're gonna go back in the ring, get your ass stomped one last time. That's what everybody's gonna remember you as. But no, I get the humbling factor. It's like I definitely like. There's something like I watch guys do Krav Maga, and on my, I don't know, my fifth job or whatever. So I watch these guys do Krav Maga, and they, it's just kind of cool watching just a group of 5-6 people just doing something better for themselves physically and mentally. So there's interest in it. I just don't want to drive to Collinsville, so that's far,
But you can just come to my house. 'Cause I'm
which is
nice.
in Collinsville.
Right, but that's 17 minutes.
Right. You can just
Yeah,
roll
it's
around
not-
on the floor up here.
Good, yeah, I can bring
Right.
a
For
match.
sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right,
We all got
fuck a
mats,
mat,
so.
dude. We got Barber.
Man.
Yeah.
Throw a little
Oh, you
carpet
think
burn.
bat burn is bad? I couldn't imagine how
Oh,
bad it
it's
is.
What's wrong with
Oh,
a
bro.
carpet burn?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, we wouldn't. It'd probably look like him riding a one wheel. Probably need skin grafts.
Ah, that's
Missing
vicious.
half the skin on his
Right,
yeah.
right.
But it's definitely worth doing, and I think that,
Dude, the jiu-jitsu.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
I'm with that.
It's one of those addictive
Is it-
things. Like
Is
you-
it worth doing for someone like me that has so many fucking issues all the time?
Yes.
Absolutely.
So I guess while we're on the ground, I can be like, hey, Drew, get my neck for me real quick.
Right.
No, but like, so
Well, he'll readjust you anyway.
Right,
here's the
right.
thing. I'm 42, right?
Well,
Right.
You got,
And when you hear the young kids and the people in there being like, dude, I didn't think you could ever be that bendy, right?
Right.
That's how you know that like you're in good shape, you're
Right.
flexible, like you have the motion in your joints that you need so that you're not locked up and you're not going to deteriorate like
right.
other people because I can still do the things that they can do.
Right. Yeah, you're moving.
I got bad knees. I got my neck hurts all that. My neck was hurting last night.
So,
I'll take care of them.
So
like you want to talk about like so you got a bad knee,
Bad
herniated
back.
disc, yeah, 4 herniated discs in my back.
Yeah.
My neck always hurts,
Yeah.
shoulders always hurt.
Right.
I already had one, completely redone when, but it makes me feel so much better. Just you get out there, you move, you do become more flexible. It's just good for your body overall,
Right.
and you'll get out there, and even you could run marathons, and you
Right.
get on that mat and you do one 5-minute roll, and you realize that like you're not in shape.
Right, right.
It's a completely different cardio, and it takes your mind away from everything, like I said. So it doesn't matter.
And it's super confusing when you go watch a match. I'm like, how did you win? Like, I was really lost. I went to watch Drew's first match over in Missouri somewhere, and
that was like
your very first
3
one.
years ago. Right?
Yeah.
Man.
So I drove out there to watch Drew roll. I have no input, no knowledge at all, and then they're like, and Drew wins, right? And I'm like, nobody's bleeding. How the fuck did that guy win? Like, I was so confused because I loved watching MMA, and you can definitely see a winner and a loser. But it was so tight knit, like like the movement was so close to the chest, and what they were doing wasn't visible to especially me that couldn't see or that has no knowledge of it. And they're like, winner, and I'm like, what the fuck? They just got down there. What the hell's going on here?
He'll choke you out with your own gi. So it's like
I've
you
heard.
walk in with like a shirt on, and like he just chokes you out with your own shirt.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, are you wearing gis at your matches?
So there's
Definitely at the match. You gotta look
gi
right.
and no gi, and so
Mm-hmm.
no gi is like spats and shit like that, right? Spandex shit, which is more physical.
Gracie always wore gi.
Yeah. So
What is this?
Cheesecake.
Okay.
I prefer gi jiu-jitsu because
It cuts down on staph infection.
well, I guess it would. Yeah, a lot of the ringworm is, but.
Yeah.
Well, I was in, and I'm like, wait, I can get ringworm? I don't
No,
know.
You can get staph infection. You can get ringworm.
Well, you can do that with any combat sport.
But yeah,
Anything you're touching.
Yeah, right.
If
You can get it from this plastic knife,
if they
bro.
don't clean the mats. But
Chuck's like, no, I'm out.
but so when you're in no-gi, it's more. I would say it's fun, but like if you were going against a younger person, they would have an advantage just because their physicality, right?
Right.
So. The no gi, the gi gives you an advantage because you have levers. You can grab, you can hold.
So you are allowed to grab the gi.
So
yeah. So it's more like real life. Like I can grab your
Shirt.
your hoodie. I can choke you with your hoodie. I can all these things, right?
Okay.
And so it's more real. I say people. There's two aspects or views on it. Like people say, oh, it's not real life gi jiu-jitsu. Yeah, it is because people are always wearing fucking clothes, right? You can always grab it. Yeah. In no gi jiu-jitsu in a competition, you cannot grab anything they're wearing.
But if you're just training jiu-jitsu, then it's not real life because you're not defending. I mean, I'm going to try and punch you in the face before you take me to the ground.
Right,
So,
but they say.
But you can try though.
So, they're going to teach you how to defend from getting punched in the face before they take you.
Also,
do you
not
start
necessarily.
standing up?
you might
do,
hit me
yeah.
once, but I'm going to take your back.
Do you start
Yeah.
standing up?
We do.
Yeah.
So we don't start standing up
So
all
you-
the time. So
Right.
because starting standing up.
Well, but at a
increases
match,
injuries.
you would start standing
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
So we
oh,
do train from the feet. We train
Right.
takedowns, stuff like that, and how to
Take down the
close.
fence.
Yeah, and how to close the distance. So if somebody is,
Right.
a striker, let's say you're going to fight a boxer.
Right.
But so yeah, you may get the and I came from a boxing background. You know,
Right.
I boxed growing up and everything, and and I think as important as striking is, like they said, 90% of fights end up on the ground anyway, right?
Right.
So, I mean, that's where it really comes down because once you get to the ground or you close that distance where you can't really
Right.
get a strike,
So that's what
that's
what.
where the difference comes in.
Remember how almost every street fight ended? It was somebody on the ground being choked the fuck out
We always
because.
broke them up and made them stand back up.
Oh really? No, I would choke a dude out. I wouldn't give because I wasn't fighting for
I
like
wouldn't say
neighborhood
we
shit.
wouldn't make them stand back up, but when a whole crowd of people is standing around going fuck or fight, they kind of tend to get back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nancy Pelosi or The Rock.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck or
Is
fight.
this Underwear Fight Club or are we?
Right.
Right.
So with no gi, do you guys wear something to like protect like the genitalia or
I mean,
just naked fighting or
I don't.
how's no gi work? You just get
So-
naked and
so there's a guy-
wrestle?
There's a guy that's there now.
Now you're talking about Greek wrestling.
Oh, okay.
So there's a guy in there. His name is John. He's came from a background of MMA, and he trained with Matt Hughes is his friend.
Sure.
Blah, blah, blah.
Everybody's friend around here.
But I mean, no, I mean like legitly brought him to.
No,
the
yeah,
gym.
right.
So he's really good. No belt because he never trained traditionally in jiu-jitsu, but
Okay.
he'd be close to probably a brown belt, purple
Yeah.
belt maybe.
Easily
Anyways,
purple. If not
but
brown.
he wears a cup, which to me is restrictive, right? And so I'm never in a position where I feel like I'm gonna get kicked in the nuts.
So what's illegal?
Yeah, what's
Can
frowned?
I
What's
give
frowned?
you the old dick twist?
Grab a stick and twist it. Yeah.
The old dick twist.
Yeah.
You know, I got to work with this guy every day. He's
mean,
always trying to
works
twist
for
my
you,
dick around.
Well, that's why I know why you work with him. Now.
Right.
Have you not seen that video on the internet?
Yeah, grab his
The
stick.
old dick twist.
I mean, you can give him an oil check. You know, if you want to.
I only once you become close friends. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
that's
yeah,
just
no.
how we started.
Right. No, absolutely.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. How's
That's
the
how I'm
temperature down there?
Yeah. Right.
That's how I'm starting.
So,
Let's
but I mean, you see
break
what
the
I
ice.
you see what I do, so I'm always interested.
I had to
in
quit-
that aspect of it, but-
Right. I had to quit. I had to quit going to the gym with him because he's like, "Hey, rub this stuff all over me," and I'm like, "It's so weird, you know. I don't know why I have to do it naked."
Yeah.
And then like
It
after,
absorbs better through the tank.
right, and like, why is it after we get out of the sauna? Like, why then?
Well, that's why he's my chiropractor.
Right. So he just wants
Like, I
to
usually take
he
his
just wants to
foot
feel
right
everything
outside
hanging
the
down
chest.
low. Right.
Speaking
Yeah.
of sauna, I read an article the other day that says that people that use the sauna 4 to 5 times a week
Right.
live longer.
Yeah, that's why I do it.
40%
That's,
longer.
that's
I
why
believe that.
That's why I do it.
Dude, the heat properties are phenomenal. Same thing with the cold
Heat
properties.
shock proteins, man.
Yeah, heat shot proteins and there's cold shot. I mean, there's that you need both. You don't need one. You need both. So.
Yeah, I read that article the other day. I was wondering how it worked. I
So-
just figured it was all the toxins coming out of your
No,
skin.
no.
It's a certain time and a certain temperature, right? So
Right.
the debate now, though, is not that it does what it's supposed to. It's that the debate is it can an infrared sauna or the dry sauna, which is better, right?
Right.
So infrared sauna.
Why is the dry sauna better?
Well, no, that's the debate now.
So
Is it better than the wet sauna?
So
I prefer the wet sauna.
dry sauna is a wet sauna. What it is that that's the one with the rocks, right?
Right,
Okay.
So that
Leisure room.
Yeah, leisure room. It creates the temperature outside of in the room.
Right.
Is 180, 200 degrees.
I wish.
Right.
Motherfuckers keep opening the door.
So yeah.
We've had leisure room cranked way up.
Yeah,
Oh,
so,
nice.
so that is that. And so that is perfect. Now, an infrared sauna
It's on the skin
only
only.
gets around 150 degrees.
Oh.
But the deal is, that's what I have in my garage. And what I find is that it's just the same. I sit in there, no clothes, underwear, whatever, just like at the other place. But it heats you from the inside out. So,
Right.
you have the ambient temperature is 150, so you can breathe. But the infrared waves heat you like it's cooking you like a fucking steak from the inside out.
But
right?
it, like a microwave does, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so you get the same temperature effect. You're just not.
Why is it better for you?
That's what they're debating.
That's the debate.
Well, I mean it as a whole.
Oh,
in general.
heat therapy.
Yeah, what's it doing?
It-
I always figured it was just because to get all them toxins out.
Well, no, it also releases
So-
the endorphins like working out.
So what they'll say that because just like you said, like I feel like, let's say
I love the sun.
I got shit faced the night before and I went to sit in the sauna, right?
Right.
I feel like that gets rid of all that shit in my body,
Right.
and it does because you can smell it
Oh yeah.
coming
yeah,
out of
yeah.
you, right? And but the scientists will say that's not true. Fuck them. It's true.
Well, it's pseudoscience.
Yeah. So,
Pseudoscience.
but the actual why it helps you is because you get a certain temperature for a certain period of time, about 30 to 45 minutes. Your body releases heat shock proteins, which
Okay.
reduce inflammation, help you heal, reduce the telomeres, like reproducing in your cells, so that it extends your life, right? So
Right.
that's what it is. So it's like it's time in there.
Because you're creating a stress on your body
Yeah.
that makes it release all that.
Yeah.
Same,
It's like
same with
fasting. Like
Yeah.
fasting.
yeah,
then.
much like just because the problem is none of our bodies are we're so like given to now. We don't stress our bodies at all.
So what's better fasting? Since we're into that now, what's better fasting?
What do you mean? Like
12 hour,
time
24 hour. What do you think?
17 days.
I've done it. So I've done it where I went
I do
12 days, no food,
I remember
I
that.
only
do
water.
that.
Yeah.
12
Do
days,
that.
no food,
No
only
way I
water.
can do that.
I did a green, so it was a greens fast,
That's right.
and it was a greens drink, and it was so to alkalize your body, and it was you had that in the morning,
I couldn't do that.
and
no way.
It would do, and he was working out twice a day at
Yeah.
this time
No
too.
yeah,
way.
yeah, and,
Yeah, because this was coming up on your first match, your
Yeah.
first tournament.
Listen, if I get like 5 hours of sleep, I have to eat all day long in order to stay up and moving. I can't.
Well, and that's the thing.
Can't do it.
So, have you ever noticed when you fast, when you're like, hey, Monday, I'm going to fast, how starving you are Monday because you're thinking about fasting? It's the fucking... But you can go through your work day and be so busy and you won't eat, and you're like, wait a minute.
So now,
what the fuck? But if I'm thinking about it, I can't fast. I just got to do it.
Sundays and maybe Monday, one of the 2 days, I usually do about 18 hours. I don't eat anything.
Yeah.
I try not to eat after 8 o'clock anyway because it gives me freaking heartburn all night.
Old man.
So I try not to eat after 8 o'clock anyway. So I'm already 12 hours in by 8 o'clock the next morning, right? But I try not to eat again until 6 or 7 that night.
Oh, wow. You're going a long time.
I try and go to dinner.
So Tuesdays doesn't work out.
But it's not really fasting because I drink my tea all fucking day.
Right.
So like Tuesdays doesn't count for me. I take it as a lost day because of this and everything else. But usually it's 14 hours for me is what I do.
Is it? Now, how many days do you... Is it just once a week you do that, or pretty much every day it's a 14-hour fast?
They say,
every day, yeah.
They say intermittent fasting is probably just as good for you as actual fasting.
It is, and the most important thing is how you break your fast, right?
Right.
If you break your fast with bullshit,
right,
or sugary stuff or carb stuff, it's bad.
No, yeah, we just did it with bourbon and fudge. I mean, that was my break fast right there.
Well, I mean, like I
guess
said,
it's your point of view on whether it's bad or not.
What's that?
That was great.
No, it was
yeah, it's fantastic.
tantalizing on my taste buds.
It's not really fasting because I drink my tea.
Yeah, so you're getting sugar.
Really fasting, but I'm not eating nothing, so it's got to be.
No, because you're making your body shock and work, and then that produces all the good chemicals from it. Yeah,
I always did mine 14 hours as well, and I've done 24-hour fasting too. It's
Dude,
just harder with my job because it's a rotating schedule. So
right.
It would be easy to plan the 24-hour. But I like to do it. When I did 24s, I did it every 3 days.
So I've gotten to where now it's like at 10:30 I get hungry. So I won't eat, but if I'm hungry, I'll stop and get a coffee with a little bit of sugar in it. That'll hold me over because really that even that tea, sugary drinks will fill you up.
Absolutely.
But it's like when you drink this all day. And then you go eat some garbage-ass food from a drive-thru, then that's when you're breaking down.
You get more hungry.
I'm not saying you do. No, we don't eat shit from the...
And I think that's your body telling you you're hungry because it wants protein or something. And
right.
You're giving it sugar.
Right. Yeah,
this is the only regular garbage I have is my sweet tea. That's
right.
It. Otherwise, I mean, I have Doritos and shit once in a while, but not very often.
Yeah.
But then again, I eat over here 4 times a freaking week.
But they don't have a drive-thru, so it makes it healthier.
Right. Well, it's real food.
So this is super
real
healthy.
Right. Yeah, you don't have a drive-thru. This is. I'm surprised it's not on the Atkins.
Well, there's no carbs. It's fat-free.
Okay.
High in protein.
Right.
So
is it really high in protein? What? Why would it be? Oh, you're fucking with me. God damn it! I fell for all that. It's like, how the hell is that high? There's a lot of milk or something. Like,
well, people come in and they're diabetic or something. They're like, well, can I listen? It's there's no sugar in it. Like
there's no sugar.
It's all natural.
No, he's just fucking. He's just killing. He's just killing people as they come in. They're like, I am allergic to this, and he's like, yeah, we don't have that. Go ahead.
There's no peanuts in this.
Yeah, there's no peanuts in the peanut butter.
I tell them, but I joke with them, and
No, you got to,
because
Well,
you gotta keep it light.
Chuck tells people that he's like, well, I vape, and he goes, well, this is an organic vape, and your pants are so fucking tight, it looks like you'd be an organic kind of guy. So her, when she dumped that robot dick and actually fucking smoked something organic.
Robot dick.
I offend people all the time in here.
Yeah, well.
On accident.
Yeah. Like hell, when you're trying, I think they like you, but when you accidentally do it, it's when they get mad.
Now, aren't they?
Yeah. No, I mean it definitely is
no idea,
skating time.
Oh no, I deal with people every single day.
You can't have a conversation no more.
You really
anything.
Steve, I haven't lipped this.
I didn't even say anything wrong that day. I wasn't saying anything bad or wrong. He just didn't agree. He just didn't agree with part of my point.
So it's sweet. That's
crazy.
Yeah. Drew's a sweetie, and so
thank you.
Yeah. So no, it's just the cigars you smoke. But no, I'm just glad they're moving.
It'll get better.
All right. So are we gonna wrap this up because it is noon and we should be opening a store?
What'd you unwrap today?
What I unroll?
Yeah.
Unwrapped.
Unrolled.
Jesus Christ! I got to change the whole name of the podcast and everything now.
He's bringing notes. He's changing the name.
Right.
You want to edit it too?
No,
Right.
I quit. I'm I'm done.
No, you. So I went a
I
little.
should ticker over there, by the way. Is it all red again?
No, it's green right now.
Oh,
Yeah, I've been watching. Oh, never mind. Literally just went all red right as I said. It's back. It's been bouncing back and forth. On today's episode, I enrolled actually a limited edition 2022 4 kicks from Crowned Heads. This was the Mule Kick cigar. Don't know if we unrolled it or not, but I had a really great conversation with Dave Payne, the rep of this, yesterday. Talked about quality people in this industry and unquality people in this industry.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So, yep. Just ending. Have
you done that yet?
2 hours. I gotta. Fuck when I was in jury duty yesterday and been here since. So, but yeah,
I
no.
didn't know how you were going to handle it.
It's gonna be a phone call and hey, we're done.
I don't even know if it should be a phone call. Just, hey, do you need? Nope.
No, I think that's, dude, I've been facing a lot of things head on, so I think I'm just gonna face that one too.
Nope. Don't
Just
need it.
in that relationship.
You're
So,
kind of a garbage person, and I don't need it.
well, I mean, without a conversation, how's that point across? So
I mean-
I'm gonna have that conversation.
I mean, because I'm sure he's seen what I had to say.
I don't give a
So-
shit. Yeah, I don't care. I'll bet.
So,
you say-
and we're going to have him back on next week, right?
Who we fucking up?
no, next week
no.
Drew's not here.
You're not here next week?
No, Drew's not here next week.
See, I'm sorry.
Why aren't you here next week?
He's got doctor shit.
Unless I'm gonna go later.
Yeah. Do you want to start at 3 p.m. on Tuesday?
Do we have somebody to work?
Oh, you can ask Jeff.
I don't.
We could ask Jeff and do
I
it.
don't edit until Wednesday morning anyway.
Right.
So that's fine.
We can do it. We can try a 3 p.m.er.
So I have to go get my MRI for my brain next week
Oh.
to check out the tumor and shit and all that fun stuff.
Are you gonna get in the chopper?
So they can't take it out?
So the deal was many moons ago.
You made a
was
deal?
The deal with the devil.
Right.
That's why I'm still
Well,
here.
then why is it still there? Right.
All right. Well, that's part
You
of
made
it.
the wrong deal.
I know. I
Right.
didn't read. I didn't read the mini print. At the
He did.
bottom.
Yeah.
Deal, man.
He didn't turn the page over to read.
Elizabeth Hurley got over on you.
She sure did. But what it was that so where it is that there's internal carotid arteries that come around it,
Right.
that grew around it. So it was kind of a precarious place. It's apply my brain. Precarious place to take out.
Okay.
It would be more percentage wise beneficial to treat it with medication to shrink it,
Right.
okay, to a point, and then
Try to
remove
operate it.
Okay. So, but what my endocrinologist is doing is he keeps upping my medication. Now I'm at a level where I cannot take any more of this medication or it'll destroy my heart valves.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So, and I'll have weird shit. So, like, the few drinks I had here, if I had any more, I would, like, probably start acting insane.
How did it have arteries grow up around it? That doesn't.
No, it's so where it's at.
Where it grew, the arteries were already there.
Yeah, so then
It's pushing them
so
around.
so they were around it.
Right,
So
right.
it kind of like encapsulating it. So I'll show you.
It's like a vine growing in a
So
chain link
right.
fence.
Right.
And so they're like, it was safer to do it this way. Well, now it's at a point where I can't take any more medication. So we're at a point where, do we have to do that surgery? Do we not? So that's my MRI next week is going to see where we're at because the levels that the tumor puts out, the hormone, have been going up. So it's growing again, despite the fact that we're on this elevated level of medication. So it could be the point where I have to go in and like actually get it removed. So,
Which nobody's
but it has shrank because of the to a point where it probably could be removed.
Right.
But that's what the MRI is
Yeah,
for, is
yeah,
to get that measurement.
But what they said though is even if I do have it removed, it'll grow back.
It's not like a cancerous tumor.
Now,
No,
how
it's
did
benign? But it's the fact that
Why will if you have it removed? Why will it grow back?
that's what he said. The
That doesn't make any
endocrinologist.
sense.
well, and that's what they're going off past
Kind of
experiences.
like a cyst.
Yeah,
Maybe.
kind of like a. But
If you don't take a sack out, like it'll grow back, right? So you can miss something, and it will grow back.
Oh yeah, well yeah. If you leave part of it
Yeah.
in there, it's going to regenerate.
So
right.
that's the deal.
Right.
And so, but I would rather have it gone and start from zero and take this medication out of my system,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then have that, say for 20 years work instead of 3 or 4 years it's been doing it, but I can't take any more. But the medication is neurotoxic, so like I said, like sometimes I'll have like, say I went out with Melissa or something or whoever, or you guys, we did, and if I had more than what I just had right now, I don't remember what happened. I'll freak out. I lose my mind. I don't even know what happened because of the medication. So it's really bad. So I really would rather have it gone than anything.
I've seen that at the bars. It's called GHB.
Yeah. It's almost what it seems like.
Right.
Right. Just blackout drunk. Don't remember anything.
So is the medication shrinking it, or is the other medication shrinking it?
Oh.
Because the other medication.
Well, it shouldn't shrink a benign growth, but it could.
So
but it does because it doesn't. I don't know that it shrinks it, but it would stop it from. It should stop it from growing because it promotes what. So a tumor is just is a cell that has just gone rogue,
running rampant,
and just started growing more cells that are attached to it, more cells, and those cells grow more cells.
Sure.
So the extra medication promotes cell death. So those cells would then, because your body detects that cell's not what it's supposed to be, but because of the way it is, it just keeps running. And so your body's not able to stop it, right? So, but the other stuff, is it promotes that death. So there's more of a trigger for it to die instead of
to keep multiplying.
Yeah,
so
it's more of a trigger.
I'm curious because so when I initially found it, it was softball size, right? Which is fucking insane in your head, right? So it was huge, and that's why I had such bad headaches.
Well, you couldn't see.
No, I couldn't see.
You had
I lost vision.
impaired vision.
So,
where's it at?
Huh?
Front.
Right behind my hair.
Yeah.
So,
that's where Jeff's was.
And so, it shrank significantly, but I feel like that's one of the reasons of my other medication you're talking about is because I feel like I probably damaged quite a few neurons, quite a few neural connections with that size. Right. And not only did it damage that, but it damaged my pathway, my hormone pathway to my fucking junk, right? So I don't produce testosterone at all anymore. So I have to take every day. I have to take TRT because I can't produce it anymore. There's no connection between my brain and there, so it doesn't work, right? So so that's why I do that too, is to try to repair some of those connections, and so I'm curious to see, I've been hitting that heavy the last year or so, so I
think Jeff's was even on that side.
Well, no, you're about dead center, right?
Yeah. So it's been 7 months since my last visit, so I'm curious to see. I had blood work today. We'll see how it goes, and this morning before I came, and so
let's do a cast on Tuesday afternoon. I'll talk to Jeff, the other Jeff. And
I don't edit until Wednesday morning.
Right.
Anyway, so.
Yeah. Chuck doesn't get on anything right away.
No.
Hence the motorcycle chop shop now in the back.
Well, I've got on that right away. So.
At either rate. Well, good luck with the MRI
on that. I had that in Sunday night, and I've already got one completely torn apart. So.
You're welcome.
So okay. I was struggling with that engine.
I want to say thanks for your concern, Chuck, on that.
What?
My head.
We haven't talked about any of that, and
well, I'm not going to tell you what happened to my buddy. So.
Right. Well, and that's what
keep those negative thoughts.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing, and I think that's Drew. Why, for the people that do know and know that aspect of you, why it's, and not to sound all like fucking Tony Robbins, but that's why you're an inspiration to a lot of people, because everybody else could have just fucking checked out.
Live strong, buddy. Live strong.
Right. I'm gonna cut off one of your nuts, give you a yellow rubber band, and you can be fucking Lance Armstrong.
Yeah.
I need you to live strong, my friend. No, you're an inspiration, because you could have taken that laying down, but instead you went and got on the mat. When I guess laid down, but and you dedicated yourself to your craft and to your family, and you're literally making the most of every single day that you're up.
Been a few years, hasn't it?
Yeah. And
what, 4 or 5? 4.
So.
I guess Jeff's was so bad they just said we're going to take it out.
Well, and it
didn't go so well.
Right. So.
Actually, that went fine. That went perfectly fine.
That's what worries me. This,
That went perfectly fine. Surgery worked. He had some motor issues, afterwards, I guess.
But he got those back, right?
But yeah, he was coming back around, but his body, for some reason, well, they found a bunch of blood clots before he went in, and he had to have those taken care of. And then, when he went in,
Damn it.
he had to have those taken care
That's
of.
good.
But then, for some reason, his body just started producing blood clots, or he had a brain bleed. So they were having him on blood thinners to take care of the blood spots, but his brain started bleeding. So they had to take him off the thinners, and then his body was just like, oh yeah, well fuck you, here's tons of clots. So.
Yeah. So, but there's also look at the difference in not chemical makeups, but
physical on top.
Yeah.
He was a big dude. He drove trucks for a living. He wasn't very. He was active, but not active. You know
Right.
what I mean?
It wasn't. It hadn't been his main focus for a decade to be in good health.
Yeah.
So to where that that you have going for you,
He was in one of them deals where he was in good health, but really how healthy was.
Right.
You know what I mean? So one of them deals.
So no, kudos to you, because I'd probably been an angry motherfucker robbing banks and heading to fucking Mexico 4 years ago.
Cocaine and hookers.
Cocaine and hookers, bro. I'm gonna go
Hey,
out.
that cures deadly diseases. What was that basketball player that went down there and had millions of dollars and he got diagnosed with some shit? So he went to Mexico and that's all he did and now he's fine.
And then legit his fucking disease is gone. Like his terminal disease is gone.
Magic Johnson?
Huh? No.
That's money.
No, magic
Money cured AIDS.
No, they just melt it down, rig it up, and bang it into the veins, and AIDS goes away. It's scientifically proven. I saw it on South Park. No, who was that? Because that is an absolute true story. He just goes down there to fucking live his best life, and then he's like, fine. He's like, wait, what? Like, yeah, it was some.
We got your paperwork mixed up, man.
Hey,
We were looking at the wrong chart. You were fine the whole time. You're like, fuck, I'm broke.
I don't remember who it was, but it was a big story.
Here, I'll ask Chat GPT.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's gonna work.
Was an NBA player?
I don't know if it was
I don't
NBA.
remember.
It was definitely a professional athlete. Google would probably have a better answer than your AI fucking chat friend in your fucking chat room.
South America?
Yeah, maybe.
Mexico, South America, whatever. Chuck's Googling it. Can't even find it.
No, I can't find it. It's been a while,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I don't exactly know how to look for it. So
Yeah, I was mad at you asked all them words.
right, I don't know what he actually had anymore.
Right. You'd have to have some kind of definition or some clarity to get the right answer.
Yeah, you'd have to have a better keyword.
Yeah.
Than
All
what I
right.
know.
So then Tuesday we'll work on doing a late cast so that way Drew can be here, and
That's
then we'll get
Let's see if Jeremy can come back on.
do a part D. Do a part D. I wish you luck this good season down there.
Thank you.
Maybe down at the Alton store or something. Figure out a way to do like a fudge slash. Can you do a bourbon flavored fudge?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
I think we got just about any
Oh.
flavor you
I mean, you're
want.
close with an amaretto anyway. You
Yeah.
know, a little bit.
Yeah, I think we could definitely do a bourbon flavor and
I know we're killing this, but can I do one more thing? Can I ask
You can do whatever you want.
Okay, so he has. I don't even like coffee unless it's super gay, no homo, like not.
Jesus
gay.
Christ, canceled already.
Canceled.
Fuck.
Cancel.
Unless it's
Canceled.
Full of sugar.
so much for coming
Full of
in.
Right?
sugar.
Yeah. This
No,
won't.
okay.
This won't air.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's over. It's over. No, unless it's full of sugar and all that other fruit stuff, right?
He's got to have fruit coffee.
Yeah. He gave me 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd let him try some.
This cold brew, and I was like, oh man, I don't even know. He gave it to me. It was the best thing I've ever had. It was his beans. And
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
So you talk.
So yeah, no. So like the coffee we had was the first batch try was just in a straight bourbon barrel. So somebody did some cold brew with that. It was pretty good. Tastes like bourbon. My problem was people that don't drink. It was triggering. It was so bourbon tasting. It was triggering stuff in their head where they were not liking themselves, making them sick because they got away from alcohol. Right.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So and then so I switched barrels to a wine then whiskey barrel. We talked a smidge about it before. So the roaster, Minas, makes some cold brew, and he goes, "Hey, you need to come try this cold brew." So I go down there and I try it, and I'm like, yeah, it's okay. I don't care about cold brew, or I just like caffeine. Caffeine and nicotine. Those are my two best friends. And so he goes, no, this is really good. And since then, like last week, I had a meeting with the Germania Coffee House brothers, and literally all day they're like, this is the best cold brew we ever had. And these are coffee guys. So it's one thing when you're salesman guys like, hey, this is really good. And you're like, yeah, fuck off. But when like these other coffee guys, so they're literally ordering 30 pounds of beans. We're going to make some cold brew. We're going to start marketing and doing e-commerce with this cold brew in whiskey bottles. So it's such a beautiful thing that it's bourbon, but it's fruit. It's still coffee. It's just beans and water,
And
Yeah.
There was no sugar in it, no anything. And I could have taken that and drank
Oh, yeah.
a 32-ounce cup of it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like
Yeah.
just-
Oh, actually, I have some here. Hold on. We'll do it live. Well, not live, but we'll do it right on here. Hold on. I'll grab some real quick.
All right.
I forgot I stashed a little bit.
So earlier I was going to ask you a question. We had to skip it because we could talk about something else. But how do you feel your relationships? Because I'm sure you build a relationship with your firefighter brothers, right?
Sure. Yeah.
How does that compare with the relationships you build with jiu-jitsu on the mats with everybody every day that you roll with? Is it similar?
I think they're very similar because the bonds you build on either side, I feel like, happen very quick. Just because, in a fire, you have to earn trust really fast because just what we do. And I think it's kind of the same way on the mat, too. Like, for me to get on the mat and roll with you, like, you have to just put that full trust in the other person. Like, you're not going to hurt me. When I tap, that means I'm done. So I think the relationships are very similar, and I think they're not to get too like deep, but I think the relationships are kind of deep. They're on a different level than just somebody that you hang out with, and just because you're putting your body into their hands. And for somebody like me, or we have some cops that work down there or work out with us too. Like our bodies are our life. Like, and even with what you do, like you need your body to do your job. These guys need their. So I think there's a lot to be said with that. Like it's a different type of relationship with somebody that you just hang out with on a regular basis. So I think it's a very similar relationship. A lot of trust goes into it because either way, like I'm trusting you with my body. Whether I go into a fire, if I go down, I'm trusting you to pull me out. If we're rolling on a mat, I'm trusting you not to hurt me. And when I tap, that says I'm done, because you could get in a situation where I got you in a choke. You tap, okay, I let go. If I don't let go, you're kind of already stuck. You've already made that decision, like you can't get out, right?
Right.
So like you're stuck. If I don't let go, like when does it end? It ends whenever that person wants it to end. And I think it's kind of like the fire too. Like if I say, hey, I can't get out, or I go down, I need somebody to pull me out. Like I've already tapped out essentially. I've called my mayday and said, hey, I need you to get me out. I need your help. Like I'm entrusting you with my body, my life. So I think they're very similar. You could look at them two different ways, but to me, I think it's a very similar type thing.
But I think that what I find is that, so maybe now with anybody from our school that's listening, no shade, but there's a few people that like it's more than others, right? Like and so and you trust that moving it not just from the mats but into real life.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like trust for everything, right? So
Yeah.
I'm very blessed to have met you and some of the other guys that we had class with, because you're fantastic human beings, and thank you for coming and doing this podcast with us. I really appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having me. And I think even whether you look at it with my firefighting career or the jiu-jitsu or anything really in any situation, like if you don't trust somebody, like you're gonna have a hard time anyway. But then you even develop those relationships where, like firefighting, I trust them to go into buildings with them and stuff like that. But that doesn't mean that we're gonna hang out afterwards. There's very few people even that I work with that I hang out with off duty.
No, you're good.
And that's just more maybe me not being like an outgoing, like open myself up type of guy. But it's the same way even with the jiu-jitsu. Like there's guys that I'll roll with, but maybe that I wouldn't necessarily go out and hang out with or things like this. So yeah, I get it, and I appreciate you having me. And
Heck yeah.
All right, so I forgot this was even in there. So this was first batch. This is actually from the Germania brothers, and so it's going to be sold as a concentrate in a whiskey style bottle. I'm going to go round, not square, because my last name is Weller, so I like rounder bottles, just to kind of play on somebody else who has already made it. So I diluted this, but you saw my measurement style. Okay, so
I like it.
if you get any bitterness, it's because I didn't dilute it enough or whatever. So sample this. This is literally just beans and water. There's nothing else added to it. It's just the way the beans have been aging in the whiskey/wine barrel. So it should give you a little bit of the bourbon, a little bit of fruit, and then it'll kind of finish just a little bit like a dry red. So, cheers.
Cheers. See what I'm saying? Doesn't need anything.
no, that's good. It's straight.
Right. Yeah, no, it's fantastic. So,
Yeah, you get a little bit of everything, like you said, a little fruity. You get a little bit of the
nothing.
coffee.
Yeah, nothing's overpowering, but it complements each other in such
Yeah.
a fantastic way. So like, and this creation was really done from meanness. Like he cold brewed it just because it was coming out so good out of the pot. He's like, I want to see how this turns out cold brew. So he started the ball rolling in my head. I've partnered with some other guys to help bring them along with me. They're going to do bottling and everything else. So we're going to sell and distribute things like this on the internet. But there's nothing that, like, I couldn't bring these beans to you and you can have something unique as a cold brew option up there. Cold brew is fantastic because you just pull it out of the fridge
And just pour it. Yeah, right.
and pour it. Right. So, it's great for, a fast turnaround on a ticket price. One of the coffee guys went and got a cold brew. It was about 6 to 7 ounces over Missouri, served in a wine glass, right? Because it had like berries or something. And it was $15 for a 6-ounce glass of cold brew coffee. So, the market for this is just going up and up and up. And so that's why he probably asked about the coffee. But yeah, we can absolutely, like, I can introduce you to Craig. Craig will take care of you. Coffee, pots, air, everything that, Ronco's doing or whatever it's called, in which there's nothing wrong with them. But they, but if you want air pots and stuff like that, Craig's fantastic. And then he'll literally sit down and make you your own blend if you want. So now you have 12-ounce bags you can sell to people. Thanks for visiting Grafton Blend or whatever. We'll figure out some way of putting like a dead fish smell, in the coffee because it's on the river. So
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it smells
Asian
like.
carp blend.
yeah. Oh yeah, we need the. Well, I don't think you can call them Asian anymore. They got mad. They like
They
hired.
changed the name on it.
Yeah. So we're supposed to eat them now.
The communist carp blend.
No, but I don't think that's.
Motherfucker's been eating them for a while.
Well, no.
Right on the side of the bank.
Dude, we're supposed to be
God,
eating them now. Like they're trying to change it so we eat them because
I
Bony.
forget what they changed the name
They're
to.
bony.
But yeah, I remember they did that big.
Yeah, they literally spent millions of dollars on this new image for the Asian carp. Our money paid to create a website to tell you how to cook this. Motherfucker, the guy making the catfish out of the river in fritters knows how to fucking fillet up this carp, and he's probably been doing it.
They've been doing it.
Because
Yeah.
when you fry some fish, it doesn't matter.
I used to go when I was going out
Same
picking
with
up
that
driftwood. I was watching them. They jump right up on the bank,
Oh yeah,
and they would just go down and club them,
Yep.
and then they'd cook them on their fire
Right.
right then and there and eat.
bro.
Yeah, I watched them.
Yeah, no,
watched them do it.
yeah. So, but the government's
all-
going to spend millions trying to
all
make
day.
sure we know how to cook them and to
Steak.
change the imagery. I'm going to tell you, if you're hungry, you're going to eat whatever.
Right.
It don't. Dude, I look at the neighbors sometimes like, oh, that'll cook up nice on the rotisserie. Just put their freaking arm on there. I'll eat off that.
Coping.
So, yeah,
If you can't beat them, eat them.
coping.
Copy.
Kopi.
C-O-P-I.
Yeah, Kopi. That's the new name. Right. So we got to get a Kopi flavored fudge to pair with some Kopi flavored coffee.
We can do that.
Yuck. Jesus.
The,
Yeah.
name-
Yeah.
the
Crazy.
new name and brand are designed to address public misconceptions about this delicious top-feeding fish.
It eats crap off the bottom.
Years ago,
I think Asian carps are on. I think they're like mid to top fish.
Are they?
Yeah, they're not bottoms like the catfish and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we eat the shit out of
But I was
catfish, and
gonna
it
say,
eats
I
all
like
the garbage,
catfish, too. I
right?
mean, I would try it.
Bro, you throw in the fire. I couldn't tell you the difference anyway. I mean, you could.
Listen, I know how to kill all these fish.
I'll
They
tell
want to
you
kill
what,
them all.
dude.
I know how to kill them all.
Yeah.
Just burn vinyl chloride on the side of the.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. We could just derail a train.
Right.
Done.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we fixed that
Works for
problem.
Ohio.
Right.
I was down in Trinidad. No, wait,
Are you there now?
Tobago. Yeah,
Oh man.
Tobago.
I think you were one behind on how much you could have there, Drew.
Right.
All right.
You're in Trinidad. All right, we got to wrap this up. You save your Trinidad for
Yeah, I got you on next.
for next week.
Well, it's about fish, so don't let me forget about it.
Yeah, I won't.
Trinidad
fish.
Trinidad.
Right. He walked by the fish market and he went,
Good morning, ladies.
"Good morning, ladies." We're out.